We hit it too many times. We have to wait 30 seconds.
What? 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 Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you?
Hey, it's us.
We're here.
We did it.
Made it. We did it.
Whew. Hi.
Yeah. No, Greg, it's not a slow news day. It's a slow news us. We're slow news dudes.
The sleuds.
The sleuds. Sometimes it takes us a few minutes to get going.
I think we should t-shirt idea. Republicans are slunts. They gotta know what it is to be upset about it.
That's true. That's true.
And I can't get in trouble for putting down words that don't exist. But people
Slunge
can surmise.
all Republicans.
Slunge the slunts. Slunge the slunts.
And then you gotta put the energy sword like superimposed over like the Republican elephant.
If they came to hear me slunge, the slunts will be disappointed.
Goddamn slunts.
I wonder if that's gonna like trigger anything on like the AI. You know, because they listen to everything, and then they decide like whether our speech is good or bad. I wonder if slunt and they're just like error, page not found 404.
Maybe because like so I spent the weekend putting up some clips. By the way, go watch our clips, and some of them were like. Not to talk like shop or anything, but some of them only got like partially monetized because apparently there were words and phrases that the AI didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was like, all right, but like they were all kind of about generally the same thing. And we kind of say we have our language that we use, like we use our vernacular all the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's cherry picking certain videos, even though we say kind of the same thing in most of the videos.
Maybe it's the title.
Maybe. But I didn't even put anything like really provocative in the title. The titles are all like ICE lied to you and the Second Amendment and stuff like that. Like,
well, the culling of TikTok has begun. What's his face? That hawk guy, the guy with the mullet.
Yeah.
He got permanently banned on TikTok. That Dinesh guy got permanently banned on TikTok. Pretty much anyone who puts anything that concerns like, I think Pearlmania got banned.
Okay.
Like all the leftist creators are getting banned because even if I tried to like send you a DM on TikTok right now and the word Epstein or ICE is in there, it won't send. And like you have words that are against our terms of service. Like they literally just said, don't talk about it or else the words won't process.
So Mikey, what I talked about that was about to happen happened. I'll just put it up on screen real quick. So I was monitoring the House resolution vote on passing the Senate's version of the funding resolution, blah blah blah. And it was stuck at 215, 216 for a while. Let's say 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Well, as we were talking, let's see where can we get to it? As we were chatting, the speaker pro temp, I don't know who he is, walks up to the podium as the votes switch.
What?
Now, look at this.
Oh, look at there.
Mike Johnson got the president on the phone and yelled at two Republicans. There they go. Now it's 217 to 215. And they got it. And he was
I've never had my flabbers so gasted.
he was waiting for an opportunity to press that button.
It was a good one, I thought.
Motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
So there you go. Government shutdown averted.
For now.
I think there has to be one more vote. They have to actually vote on the thing because this was like voting to table it. So they still have to vote on the thing. But since it passed this, it's probably going to pass that.
Let us greet the people. You on sound?
Hi. Yeah, I'll hit the buttons.
All right. First up.
We have so many buttons.
All right. You should know this one. We got Billy.
Hold on.
Holding on.
Where the fuck is it? Oh my god, we have so many.
We have a lot, dude. It's like over 30.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
I have no intent on slowing down. Chrissy.
I'm talking to you.
Sky Lost Missionary.
Your data, dumbass.
Dark Lord Greg. Diz. SG.
Blah, blah, gay sex, blah, blah, Congress.
Did I say Gina already? Gina.
I'm full, but I can't pass up this great opportunity.
Well, how much?
All right, making sure there's nobody. Allie.
I love Tesla.
Muttley.
I literally have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
I literally almost said Muttley Von Sausages because he always says love and sausages. Pradeep. What's up, Pradeep?
We'll do it live. Fuck it. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Oh, cool. Viewing from India.
Hi to India.
What time is it? Oh, let me see. I have a thing.
I think that's like a full 12 hours, right?
No, they're 5.5. It says 5 hours plus. They're 11 hours from me. 11 hours forward. So it is, damn, it's 12
10 hours forward from me
then. In the morning.
Damn.
Middle of the night. Let's make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, I think that's everybody. So hello everyone. We do a lot of interactions here. So comment, like, subscribe, give us a hello. Give us where you're watching or listening from, and why we're so, and your top 5 reasons for why we're so handsome. Just go ahead and put that in the chat.
And then also your top 5 reasons for why we're so wrong. Oh, Mikey, we have to record some comment content, man. The comments in our videos lately.
The mean comments.
Great.
We do need to do our answer in the comment section video again. Because it's like, maybe we should do it monthly because it's hard to tell like when to do it because certain things get a lot more comments than others. Because most of our live streams get like 6 comments and it's mostly like our UK peoples being like, yo, I missed it, but gave it a like.
Yeah, but there've been a bunch lately, especially on the shorts that are like, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
They always want to argue with us, mad as hell, just arguing. It's like you don't even read you don't even know what we're talking about.
One person I put up we did a clip of Don Lemon getting arrested, and the dude was like, as soon as you said First Amendment, that's when I turned off. I was like, all right, guy, whatever. You don't believe in the First Amendment. I guess that's your problem, not mine.
Freedom of speech, press, assembly, religion. Like there's 5 elements to the First Amendment. What am I? Print, maybe? I don't know.
No, it's freedom of speech, freedom from religion, freedom of the press. That's what it is. It's freedom from religion, freedom of press, right to assemble.
Oh, redress government.
Redress grievances.
Yeah. Oh, boom, in your faces, little nerds. Think we don't know our civics? Clip that, motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Bet y'all didn't know that there was 5 elements to the First Amendment.
I bet I can name more amendments than you.
Yeah, that's what we should have, an amendment fight. Y'all don't want to fight. Y'all don't want to fight us weirdo politics nerds on their knowledge of the Constitution.
You want to talk shit with us on our show? You have to name an amendment that we randomly assign you. You have to describe what it is.
Yeah, give me the 10th right now. Make it snappy.
I want the 18th Amendment right now.
What year? Isn't 18 lifting prohibition? I'm just guessing.
I think so. 17 is direct election of senators, I believe. So it's right around that time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We've done this. Hey, to the moon.
Here, I'll give them a...
If you only knew how ridiculous that statement is, you wouldn't have said it.
Yes. It's coming, Allie. It's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Tim is very busy, and I have a 2-year-old. So we're going to figure out a workflow that works for us. It's coming.
Maybe on a weekend day when one of us is like, hey, do you want to play video games? Nah, we probably shouldn't play video games. We should record this video.
We should just do like a Street Fighter Civics dojo. Friday nights. Come get your ass whooped. All right, let's get this playlist cracking. Shall we?
We shall.
Where to begin?
Wait, is it not? That's a problem.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be at some point.
I was.
Like, it's social studies, isn't it? Like 7th or 8th grade social studies. You learn about the fucking Constitution.
I don't know if you're going to remember this. What history courses did you take in high school?
Oh, I remember exactly the history courses I took in high school. So I took World History 1, which
Same.
is like ancient history. World History 2,
Same.
which ended up being like with the Roman Empire, basically. And then US History 1, which was from the Revolution up to the Civil War. And then US History 2, which was from Reconstruction all the way through, let's say, Vietnam, if we got that far.
Right.
And a civics course. I did take a civics course in high school.
So that's the thing that's I feel is pretty across the board. And I don't know how a history teacher can reckon with this. Shouldn't that move up a little bit?
Yeah, shouldn't that slide down a little? I mean, so all right, here's how old I'm going to date myself a little bit here. My US History 2 textbook, the last thing that happened, we never got to it, but the last thing that happened was the Gulf War.
And that was 79,
91.
81? Oh, 91.
91.
See, I'm just...
And I was a senior in 2004.
I was a senior in 06. So my question is, like, what year is it going to be that, like, 9/11, all this fucking weirdo Trump shit? Like, what year is that going to be in the textbooks? In 50 years?
I don't know. It depends on, like,
because they stopped in the 90s for us, and we were just barely out of the 90s. So when the fuck are they going to get to this stuff?
I think the answer to that is complicated because certain states don't have the standards that other states do, and funding for education is not what it should be. So
you mean gone?
Textbooks, their life expectancy is longer than it used to be. Like, you use them for more years than you would have. Like, so they're probably more out of date. So maybe 15 years. 10, 15. It depends on if we get our shit together or not, I think. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be a real problem.
To the Moon says, my 22-year-old daughter told me it was never taught. It was taught to me, but I'm 44.
You know what? I'm going to look up, see if I can.
No. We can't get distracted because that was just a random question.
No, but I'm going to look up a high school curriculum and see if it's in just one. But we'll continue while I do this.
Okay. Let's start in Chicago. Why don't we? Damn it. The best city in the whole wide world. and you know it. That's why you're jealous.
Yeah, you guys think you're great, but
you make fun of our pizza because you know you got nothing else, baby. You got nothing, baby.
I mean, you guys created CM Punk. That's all I'm saying.
You're welcome.
One executive order from Chicago's mayor is laying the groundwork for the state to prosecute federal immigration agents if they break the law.
Uh-oh.
This order is a step towards making sure that Chicago is prepared.
On the heels of Mayor Brandon Johnson putting pen to paper, signing an executive order titled ICE on Notice, a whiplash of feedback. Organizations like the NAACP throwing their support behind it, while the union representing Chicago officers calls it a political bluster from City Hall. To be clear, the executive order does not direct CPD to arrest federal agents.
The federal government will not hold these rogue actors accountable. Then Chicago will do everything in our power to bring these agents to justice.
Uh-oh.
I've never had my flabbers so gasted.
Y'all gonna be in Cook County. You better fucking act right. You're gonna be sitting in jail. And you would hate to be sitting in jail wearing all camouflage. You know what I'm saying? With your little crazy boots on that have never seen snow or sand. I mean, you'd be looking really conspicuous. I think people would be able to tell who you were. I mean, that guy who shot the Mexican girl 5 times for fucking following them around. I mean, probably would have ended up in jail. But hey, this is what I have continually kept preaching, like to Mayor Fry up in Minneapolis. Make a fucking ordinance, get an executive order, put something on the books so that you can you need a mechanism, right? Like, we can't complain that, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. Stop them. You also can write things down on paper, which gives people authority to do something. If you're not going to fucking do something to empower your law enforcement to protect the city, then you need to get out of the way. Sorry. Yeah, I like the fact that you curse on the TV all the time, but I need you to also write down some legislation to protect the people actually in real life.
So, I found a high school curriculum local to me, and under social studies, U.S. History 1, it says the first semester covers the founding of the United States and the American constitutional system. The study includes the organization and functioning of our government, state, local, national. So it sounds like the Constitution is taught in U.S. History 1.
But we have amendments the last amendment was in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we never you don't get to all the amendments because the history class stops and then there's shit that happens after that.
So here's U.S. History 2. It's a continuation of U.S. History 1. It starts from 1865, so the end of the Civil War.
Right.
And it's supposed to go chronologically through the closing of the West, the Industrial Revolution, Reconstruction. Those are not in the correct order.
Yeah, I was about to say, okay.
And the Progressive Era, and Expansionist, World War I, World War II, and the Cold War, and the 90s. And it says at the end, and contemporary events. So maybe 9/11. 9/11 should be mentioned in a history textbook in 2026.
It's 25 years ago. It still hasn't I feel like a lot of kids are kind of unaware. Well, they know that it was a terrorist attack, and then they think like the memes and shit like that. But I don't think they ever got like a lesson about it.
And there is, at least in this high school, there's an AP U.S. government and politics class, but that's like AP shit.
Everybody should have to. How many amendments is there in the Constitution, Tim and Mikey? We're being quizzed.
27.
20. Damn. I was reading the question. I get to do
27.
Do over. I hate you.
Last amendment was passed in 1991.
Johnson alleges recent shootings in Chicago and Minneapolis show a pattern where federal agencies have operated with inadequate oversight, limited transparency, and near total isolation from a meaningful review. One example in the executive order, a shooting in Franklin Park, where an immigration agent shot and killed Silverio Villegas Gonzalez. DHS accused him of dragging an agent attempting to arrest him, but more than 4 months later has not updated the public or followed open records law to share any information on its investigation into use of deadly force.
And then the fucking cell phone footage came out directly contradicting their account. Just like what happened with Renee Good. Just like what happened with Peretti.
I don't know why they don't understand that everyone has a camera on them all the time that they can just turn on whenever they want.
I mean, you have to have a nice camera because your phone is $1,000 billion and it's got a 17 trillion megapixel camera on there.
And
This is
not to
Mayor John.
mention the cameras that are around everywhere all the time anyway.
Surveillance from like the grocery store, the gas station, Ring doorbells, all that shit's recorded.
Yeah.
That's why I stay in the house unless I got my disguise on.
And trying to, in some ways, get ahead or perhaps level the playing field a little bit.
It's just me with my shirt tucked in. Like, who the hell is that?
By saying
My
we are
Clark
going to
Kent.
keep an eye on the practices that ICE and Border Patrol are exercising here in our city and our state.
WGN TV political and legal analyst Paul Lisnick reviewing the
Chicago.
executive order, weighing in on what it means and the potential implications.
What are the teeth that it has? Well, it's basically instructing the local prosecutors here to say, be on the scene, get the evidence you need to get and do what you need to do. It will not prevent challenges from the federal government in any way to try and stop things along the
Yeah, but you got to sit in jail while they figure it all out.
way.
Weeks before Johnson's executive order, DHS sharing an old clip of top President Trump advisor
Muttley says, I'm embarrassed to admit I've not seen media reports here in the UK of any non-whites being killed by ICE. Admittedly, I haven't gone looking, but still media coverage on non-whites is poor.
I think ICE has either killed or let people die in their custody. Like I think it's like 10 people at this point this year.
Like 50.
50?
Yeah, that Texas, I got a clip about it, but that site down in Texas, one of the deaths there was ruled as a homicide, strangulation.
Oh. Like
Miller telling off.
These people need oversight. These people need like actual law enforcement to come in there and be like, what the fuck is going on here?
That is a great plan after we do the first plan, which is prosecution.
Officers, they have federal immunity in the conduct of their duties.
If the first person who went upside somebody's head got put in jail for fucking second-degree assault or some shit, I bet you the rest of them would fucking straighten up. But there's no deterrent because they're not being punished.
Let's be clear. They do not have complete immunity in these situations. There is accountability for them.
Lisnick says the critical piece will be having access to things that constitute evidence of potential wrongdoing, like body-worn camera video from federal agents, currently at the center of a debate in Washington.
What it will set up will be an incredible battle between federal entities and local entities. We've seen them in Minnesota. We would see them here in that kind of case.
Now, Chicago.
Well, that's what you're supposed to be doing if you're sitting in a fucking elected position. Something. Yeah, they keep dragging us to court, but we keep writing up new shit to fucking slow them down. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Actively doing something.
Chicago police officials will have 30 days to develop a policy to implement the executive order. CPD leadership hasn't commented on it at this time. However, DHS has.
To the Moon says, can we trust local law enforcement? No, you shouldn't trust anybody. But there are mechanisms to hold them accountable.
Yeah, there's nothing that holds these fucking Border Patrol or ICE agents accountable because this isn't supposed to be their job.
Right.
Going around and harassing people isn't supposed to be their job. The Border Patrol should be on the border.
What?
Weird thought.
It's just a colloquial name. Border.
And immigration enforcement. Yeah, right. Well, I mean the northern border with Canada, right? All those Canadians coming through. But the other problem is that immigration enforcement has been weaponized.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be doing all this nonsense. They're supposed to be getting the people they're supposed to get. Like their job is to enforce immigration law and hand people warrants and take people who have been imprisoned, and after they've served their prison sentence, deport them if they're illegal immigrants and they violated other laws. But they're not supposed to be shooting up people in the streets of Minneapolis. I keep saying it that way. Minneapolis. There we go.
There you go. Bing. That is correct, sir.
All the ages.
And Tim, this has nothing to do with you. My brothers and sisters. I got a second clip right after this, but watch this.
I like how Mikey's like, this is not about you.
White people, shut up for a minute.
Downstairs, they didn't know what was going on. They was even shocked that I was back into custody. First they was like, Harrison, please come outside. We want to talk to you. I was like, no, for what? I just checked in like a week ago, so I know I'm good. Do you have a warrant? They said, no, we don't have a warrant. I was like, okay, go come back with a warrant, and I'll let you in. I could probably say like 10 or 15 ICE agents and cars in the front. Everybody on the block was outside.
So, black people stand by. When I tell you they're not going for the worst of the worst like they fucking said they were, this person literally is on paper. He is that, like, he is doing it the legal way. The only way these ICE agents know where people are is because they're going after people who are doing it the way that the right has demanded that they do so. It goes on.
What warrant? Wait.
Oh, I see someone over the threshold.
Wait.
Just saying.
Wait.
I guess I should have read that stuff. Let me go back. Oh, I'm sorry. The agent smashed open the door with a battering ram. Gibson's wife, Tayana Brown, said the agents did not show her a warrant until after they put Gibson in handcuffs. The warrant was not signed by a federal judge, which is required under the Constitution, Fourth Amendment, to enter a person's home without their consent. Again, these administrative warrants where the agents are writing their own warrants based on whatever they feel like.
Wait.
Gibson was taken to the Whipple Federal Building near MSB Airport, where
the ICE agents are weird, man. They took trophy pictures with their personal phones. One stood by me on the right side of me, one stood on the left side of me, and they went like thumbs up and took pictures with their personal phones. And I wasn't the only one they did that to.
Professional? Me thinks not.
They did that to everybody and then took me in the building to booking, pat me down, then cut the bracelet off.
They
The ankle monitor.
actually called his cell phone, and I answered, and she's like, "Where's Garrison?" And I'm like, "Huh?" She's like, "Where's Garrison? He doesn't have his ankle monitor on. Where is he?" And I was like, "You took him."
Again, motherfuckers are already doing what you asked them to do, and these goons are not plugged into the system of governing. They're just rogue agents. I don't know how much more clear I can make it. He's literally got an ankle bracelet on. He just got out of his fucking court thing a week ago, and they're showing up at his house with a bullshit warrant to come fucking get him.
Yeah.
Hello?
Mikey, we keep saying the Fourth Amendment. I just want to bring it up real quick here.
I was trying to help. I was trying to help.
I realize that you were trying to help. So this is the text of the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. The right of the people to be secure in their persons. People, by the way, the word people, not citizens, people.
Persons.
Their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizures shall not be violated. No warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons and things to be seized. That's what we mean by like these administrative warrants don't fucking mean anything. There's no oath or affirmation by a judge. They're not very particular in the persons or things to be seized. And they are violating the person's right to be secure. Coming into someone's house and then arresting them and then showing a warrant is illegal under the Fourth Amendment. You need to show the warrant before you enter the house, and it has to be a real warrant, not some bullshit that the fucking DHS made up.
But I got this booklet, you see, and I can just sign my name on the bottom. And then after I arrest him and take his ID, then I'll write his name in on the rest of the warrant, you see.
Like, for all the MAGA folk out there who think this is totally fine, they're taking away your rights too. Your Fourth Amendment rights are being violated when their Fourth Amendment rights are being violated. They don't care. It's not going to stop with illegal immigrants. It's not going to stop with random people
calling them
on the streets.
Stop calling them illegal, you fucking right-wing hack. Undocumented.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop with undocumented people. Trump already said at some point in the last couple of months that people he thinks are criminals and are citizens, he's gonna deport to fucking CCOT.
Yeah.
So don't think that the Fourth Amendment protects you just because you're a citizen at this point. It should.
But Tim, I'll be protected with due process.
Yeah, you should.
But remember when we were whining that they were good, like stripping people of their due process rights? That's what we're talking about. Because it doesn't matter if you're a white dude in Oklahoma. If you get put in a van, they're not going to tell a judge where you are. They're going to hide you from the judge. They're going to shuffle you around from place to place to place. Your lawyer is not going to be able to defend you. No one's going to be able to defend you. So why would you support this infrastructure?
And they've already done this to students who are here on visas, who are here completely legally through the process. And they tried to deport them, and they seized them off the streets. I don't know
Mahmoud
if
Khalil.
y'all, yeah. And before anyone knew what happened to them, they were in a different state in a detention center.
Actually, he said something about that.
And she's like, I'm not even in Minnesota.
So the
She was
department that is responsible for monitoring you all
Mhm.
of these past 17 years didn't even know
where he was.
Everybody in the holding tank has shackles on. So imagine trying to walk around everybody with shackles on. You got to use the bathroom in front of everybody.
Seems like the whole point was humiliation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
On January 12th, one day after he was taken to the Whipple building, a judge ordered ICE not to remove Gibson from Minnesota. But wait, there's more. But later same day, ICE officers flew Gibson and other detainees to a detention center in El Paso, Texas. Even though the judge is saying, no, wait, you messed up. Nope, too late. I already put him on a plane. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's fine. Let him ramble. Sean, you're our first contestant. Eighth Amendment. Tell us what the Eighth Amendment of the Constitution is.
We can't give you too long, so you're gonna fucking Google it.
Yeah, don't Google it, smart ass. Uneducated and pretending that you know what you're talking about. Eighth Amendment, bitch. Let's go. That's all fucking trolls. You better have your fucking amendments on point, or else I'm sicking the mods on you. Come on, keep it up. Come on, Sean. Type, motherfucker. Type. You can do it. Come on.
Eighth Amendment to what?
There's only 3 amendments.
And I said, like, how can y'all deport me? And I've been following all these instructions for all these years. And the guy was like, it's above my pay grade.
After Gibson's attorney asked the agent, an agent about the violation of the order, the agent acknowledged the error and had Gibson flown back to Minnesota, where he was held in Freeborn County Jail. Probably for the they're probably going to stick him in jail for taking off his bracelet until they figure out things.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that.
got home, my family was there, gave everybody hugs, and we just
He actually went to the neighbors to thank them. It
I went
was
to my
late
neigh-
at night.
I was supposed to go check in the next day. I wake up in the morning, we drive to the Whipple building. They come out, say, I'm being taken back into custody.
Come on, man. Not again. Literally again.
He was able to call me, and I could hear them in the background like, why is he here? They did not know what was going on, like why he was
shocking,
why he was rearrested.
Where it's clear that one part of ICE is doing something, but the other part of ICE has no idea what's going on. And it's that other part of ICE that was the ones that were responsible for your order of supervision. There's always been a systematic way of doing a deportation if that's going to happen. And it just seems that there's no systems here. Somebody said we have to make we have to make a symbol of Mr. Gibson, and so just do whatever it does, whatever it takes to do it. There was no systematic order of how things normally happen.
Yeah, motherfuckers, what's up? Pop quizzes scare away the trolls every time.
In the right process.
I have to.
Okay. So even after that, he got flew to fucking Texas and flown back. He's like, all right, let me go check in like I'm supposed to. They tried to send him again. They don't know what they're doing, y'all. So if someone who's literally in the system trying to follow all the steps that the court is telling him to go through continually keeps getting detained, there's no one driving the car, brother. The train, there's no engineer, no conductor. That bitch is just going full steam ahead. No one's in control. No one's in control. No one's in control.
All they know is how to detain people and send them somewhere else.
And shoot them. Let's go to
Right
Mr.
now, we're gonna
Kornacki. Got some Holy Toledo action in here.
Turn to Texas, where a major upset in a state.
Oh, actually, I'm going to be very rude for a second. I just remembered something I don't want to forget. I have to send my wife a video. I feed the birds in the backyard with like the little seeds and stuff. It's very,
The robots, you mean?
Yes, the cameras. And they're very pretty against the snow, and it's very peaceful for our home. There was a squirrel on our sliding like screen door. Like the cat and dog were like, he must die. And so I got to send those pictures to my wife. So I will be on my phone, but
Senate race is rattling Republicans nationwide and driving Democratic optimism ahead of this year's midterms. Democrat Taylor Remen won a state special election Saturday, beating Republican Leah Wamensgans by 15 points, flipping a district President Trump won by 17 points in 2024. Remen telling reporters after that this race wasn't
I'm gonna
about
send it to
party.
you, Tim.
This isn't red versus blue. This is right versus wrong. This is about public school funding. This is about helping working folks. This is about lowering costs. This is about everyday working folks. So that's what I think this is about.
Joining me now to break it all down at the big board is NBC's chief data analyst. Steve.
Well. Look who showed his pretty little face. Yeah, that Harry Hinton was fucking pissed. He's like, why is this guy all in my fucking, this is my lane. The charts and graphs is my lane. So he had to assert dominance. You know, he got to pee on the MS Now tree.
Kornacki, Steve, we don't normally drag the big board out for a legislative race on the state level.
Yeah, but this fucking Harry Hinton's
different. Democrats
jacking my
overperformed in this election. Talk to me about how it tracks up with other special elections we've seen this cycle.
Allie, how'd you know we're going to talk about
we
that
don't always
next?
see this for a state legislative election that gets this kind of attention, but it's the fact that, look, this is in the Fort Worth area in Texas, a 15-point win for the Democrat here. You mentioned Trump's margin in this same district was 17 points. So what is that? That's a
Kornacki,
swing
that looks like
toward the
shit, brother. I'm
Democrats
not going to
away from
I'm not going to
Republicans
cap
of
it,
32.
That doesn't look, I mean, the other guy's very good script on the fucking screen. I'm just saying. I know you're the OG, but I'm just saying.
Points relative to the 2024 presidential election result in this district. That is broadly consistent with what we have been seeing. These are congressional.
All right, this is the shit I like to see. Okay, hold on. Let me move this out the way. Okay. I mean, his arm is right.
Special elections now.
Can you just
that have
take a
taken
step
place
to
since
the
Trump
fuck?
came
Thank
back for
you.
his-
There
All
we
right,
go.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's bleeding support.
That is crazy.
For Florida to drop fucking, what is that, 20 points
Yeah.
on average there? Jeesh.
If you're a Republican and you don't hold your district by more than 15 points, you're in real trouble.
Cause that's crazy. Like,
That's
and people like, oh, there's no way with it. We're ever gonna turn this around. Shut up, first of all. Second of all, a lot of these people don't like the crazy MAGAs. Jesus. The crazy MAGAs are very loud, but they're not very numerous. The majority of people are kind of starting to sour on this shit. They're like, man, you just said we was going to get cheap gas and the economy was going to be. This is none of this. This is totalitarian regime and stealing presidents in the middle of the night. Oh,
hey, Sean's back. Sean, 8th Amendment. Come on, bro.
Yeah, what happened? Did you Google it yet?
He didn't know.
Yeah, I said it. Now tell me the 8th Amendment.
Also, fuck Trump.
Fuck him.
Again,
I don't know what show you think you're on.
And fuck Biden too.
Yeah.
Now what you gonna do? Ooh. Got you now.
We'll make fun of people who support the administration and who don't support the administration.
Fuck Don Lemon, but you also shouldn't fucking lock him up for going into the church.
Has been that Democrats have been overperforming relative to 2024. For example, April of last year in Florida in this district, it had
the best thing that helped the fucking Democrats' chances is not being in front of a camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
been a district that Trump won by 37 points in 2024. In the special election for Congress last year, Republicans won it, but only by 15. So it was a shift there of 22 points toward the Democrats away from the Republicans.
That's rough, man. That's not good.
And when you start to have this seesaw teetering effect, every district is up for grabs, because if it can go 22, it could go 32.
Yeah.
It could go,
and
you know what I mean?
And midterm elections are not historically good for the party that's in power. Like almost every time the party that's in power loses seats or loses control of Congress or whatever it is. Like it happened to Bush, it happened to Obama, it happened to Biden, it happened to Trump the first time. It's going to happen to Trump this time. Yeah, there you go. You're in the wrong show.
You reminded me. Yeah, while you think we're bootlicking, we're precisely as you're talking at this moment.
We have an answer.
Oh, good Google.
Against abuse of power.
Let me Google it and make
AI
sure it's
tell
not
you that?
how about let me Google it and see if that's the exact first result that comes up.
Man, this one should be easy. It's a specific kind of abuse of power, by the way.
Let's see if you Googled it. Oh my God. Here, I'll read exactly from Google, Sean. The 8th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution ratified in 17 as part of the Bill of Rights, safeguards individuals I lost it. Against abuses of power by the government. So you just deleted a couple of words.
Sean, you get partial credit.
Partial
8th
credit.
Amendment, excessive bail, excessive fines, and unusual cruelty or punishment. Come on.
Cruel and unusual punishment, brother. They can't torture you while you're incarcerated. You're welcome.
And in each one of these, you see a shift here. The smallest end, in fact, was that Tennessee special election at the end of last year. It was a shift towards the Democrats of 13 points.
They thought that lady was going to win, too,
and again,
in Tennessee.
at the larger edge here, you see 22 points.
Oh, I think we covered her on Unboxed. There's a young lady, I think it's coming up Thursday. Yeah, I found her between shows or whatever. But we're going to cover her on Thursday, running for Tennessee 1, I think, right there in Nashville.
That I just showed you. So that's been the range we've been seeing in House elections. This one's a little bit more dramatic in Texas, which may have to do. There's some turnout variables.
Bro, you were quoting Google. Get over yourself.
Right.
Consistent with
quoting the whole thing.
Like, you didn't know what it was. You had to look it up. That was the point.
The 8th Amendment is like 2 sentences. You could have.
Atmosphere, I think, that we've been seeing for a while now, certainly in Virginia and New Jersey, those election results, too, of trouble for Republicans and opportunity for Democrats this year.
Okay, Steve Kornacki,
Right, since you didn't know what it was anyway.
appreciate that.
We thank you for.
All right, let's see. We had another one.
So yeah, like any Republican who thinks that they're in
Yeah,
like
sure.
a 10-point safe district, you're kind of fucked in 2026. You're gonna be in real trouble. Here, I got something to put out there while Mikey's doing whatever he's doing. Hey, it's U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Janine Pirro, threatening to arrest anyone who has a gun in the district. In remarks on Fox News that could deepen a growing rift between gun owners and the Trump administration, Ms. Pirro, who is the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, declared that if anyone brings a gun into the district, mark my words, you're going to jail. I don't care if you have a license in any other district, and I don't care if you're a law-abiding gun owner somewhere else. Her remarks prompted swift pushback from Republican Party's pro-Second Amendment wing, which was thrown into a cyclone of confusion and frustration after comments from the president and some of the administration after the Alex Purdy, a licensed gun owner, was shot by immigration agents last month. This is a direct quote from the president. I don't like that he had a gun. I don't like that he had 2 fully loaded magazines. That's a lot of bad stuff. Ms. Pirro's remarks caught the attention of several Republican lawmakers, including Representative Greg Stube of Florida, a U.S. Army veteran who said on social media that he travels into Washington from his home district every week with a firearm, and I have a license to carry in Florida and D.C. as well. And I will continue to carry and protect myself and others. Come and take it. So, you know, the administration is continuing to reduce your rights, your Second Amendment rights there. So who knows what they'll come after next? They're already going after the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the 10th Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, probably the Fifth Amendment. You know, they don't like the 14th Amendment. I'm sure they don't like the 17th Amendment. And really what? Anything else? Look at this guy. He was unhinged, destroying government property. He wasn't unhinged. And he kicked the taillight of an SUV. And they didn't shoot him then. They just broke a few of his ribs, right? But the second time when he was just filming them, that's when they decided to shoot him. Right? Which is it? Was he unhinged? Because that's not the time they shot him. You guys are just making up shit. Cherry picking. Let's see. I guess I got to take control of the old playlist here. Y'all are just... Y'all forget your history. Right? Hold on, I gotta bring up the playlist. I don't know where Mikey's at on all this. What video is he playing? Here, we'll play this one. Share. And...
Another story we brought you last week out of Minnesota. The Department of Homeland Security is pushing back on claims made by 2 women who say that while they were detained by ICE, they helped a federal agent.
All right, Sean. Prove me wrong. He was filming. He had a camera. He had his phone. Show me the evidence that he didn't have his phone out. Because what it looked like is that he had his phone out. They grabbed him. They beat him. They took his gun while it was still in his holster, and then they shot him. So I don't know what world you're living in, bro. Because that's exactly what happened.
Holy crap.
Hi, Mikey.
Having a meltdown in there.
Me too.
What'd I miss?
We're yelling at Sean about Alex Preddy. Sean seems to think that he was doing more than just filming, and that someone else said that he was an agitator, and he destroyed government property.
What else can they get you to say? What else can they get you to say? Huh? What else will you just ignore your eyes about and just repeat what is told to you? Didn't you call us sheep? Right? That was the thing about, well, you guys are sheep, putting on your mask, taking your vaccines. You're a bunch of sheeps.
And Sean says, "What video did you watch? What video did you watch?
All
did
of
you watch?"
them.
Right. Every angle of this is covered. Like everyone there had a phone with a camera, not just Alex.
But don't forget, he's probably just listening to the DHS secretary who said that he was brandishing a pistol.
Oh, Mikey, while you were gone, I found this New York Times article. I know you're not a fan, but
yeah, fuck them.
Janine Pirro, remember her? She tried to arrest the sandwich guy.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. So Janine Pirro just threatened everyone who owns a firearm to not come to DC, because if you own a gun legally and you come to DC, you're going to get arrested. She said, and I quote, if anyone brings a gun into the district, mark my words, you're going to jail. I don't care if you have a license in another district. I don't care if you're a law-abiding gun owner somewhere else. You're going to get arrested for owning a gun in Washington, D.C.
Let's do a quick Google. So they have a lot of restrictions, like they have to be registered.
Oh, DC has some strict gun laws for sure.
Concealed carry with a license, open carry is prohibited, and you can't have magazines over 10 rounds. And short barreled shotguns, but we knew that. Machine guns, we knew that.
So,
it says DC does not recognize concealed carry permits from other states, but I think you can get different states' stuff from your state. Like I think the CCL for Illinois is like the same as in Florida. Like there's like a system of states that are connected. Like it's very convoluted, but I'm pretty sure I could get a DC concealed carry.
Yeah. And at the bottom here, Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky sought to dispute the legality of Ms. Pierre's assertion by pointing to laws within the U.S. Capitol, saying that non-residents can obtain a permit in D.C. Don't ask me how I know.
I mean, that's just, I mean, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Isn't she from New York or something like that? She's not from DC.
She's from Fox News.
Well,
She is from
that's
New
what I'm
York.
saying.
Yeah,
That's
she's,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
she's
Yeah,
from
yeah.
New York. Straight from Fox News studios in fucking Times Square in New York City, man.
Heaven forbid she fucking look up the DC gun laws before she fucking starts chirping about how you better not do what I didn't read yet.
She couldn't get a grand jury to indict a dude for throwing a sandwich at a cop.
You can indict a ham sandwich, but you can't indict a hero.
But she's gonna enforce this crazy gun ban in DC, apparently.
I mean, she should have been there on January 6th.
Right?
Oops. There was lots of armed people.
Where were all these dudes who weren't supposed to have guns then? Where was Trump then saying, "Oh, I didn't like the fact that they have guns"?
It's all
he
over
liked the fact that they had guns on Jan 6.
It's all over the police radio chatter.
Yeah.
All over it.
agent who was having a medical emergency.
They're agents, not
it happened
officers.
on January 22nd in the city of Brooklyn Park, just outside of
cops.
Minneapolis. Dash cam video shows the moment federal authorities descended on a car, taking Tippy Amundsen and Heather Zeman into custody. The video does not capture what led up to their arrest. A DHS spokesperson says the women had been obstructing operations by Border Patrol and that they, quote, disobeyed law enforcement commands and ignored warnings, resulting in their arrest.
See, that's the
women
thing. They don't have
they
pause
were
real
not
quick.
breaking.
Again, they don't have jurisdiction over United States citizens.
Yes, they don't.
Their job is to call the police who have jurisdiction over U.S. citizens in whichever city or state that they're in. You'd have more cooperations if you follow the fucking law in the first place. But because you didn't follow the law, you don't have the PD's backing. So you're out here going rogue. You're like, well, I have to do it because they won't help me. No, you have to do what the state tells you to do, or you don't get help. You're not in control of the situation. You need the state's help. So you need to follow their fucking rules, or you don't get help.
So, Mikey, this brings up an interesting conversation that I had recently. And I was talking about a sociology study by a guy named Milgram. And the study was basically he was testing people's ability to do bad things when they have power.
The prison experiment.
Different than the prison experiment, but same concept.
Okay.
He basically put a person in a room with what he told them was an electric shock generator. And he had them shock someone that was in a different room. You could see them through a window answering questions wrong. So if they answered a question wrong, you gave them a shock. And if they answered another question wrong, you give them a bigger shock. And so
11.
The experiment was basically, would they go to a lethal shock at some point? And the experiment, the person who was answering the questions was a plant. They were answering the questions wrong on purpose.
Right.
And there was a second person in the room who was supposed to be like an assistant who, if the person didn't want to shock the person who was answering the questions wrong, they would be like, well, you have to continue the experiment. And then they would get more aggressive with it every time a person was like, I'm not doing this anymore. To the point where they're like, you have to do this. You have to continue the experiment or else. And the experiment found that 2/3 of people would administer a lethal shock if given the ability and power to. And 1/3 of people would refuse to do it. But this experiment was based on the Nazi trials. And the Nazis saying, well, I was only following orders.
I just followed orders, which doesn't fly in America, by the way.
No, it doesn't.
We don't believe in that shit. So,
but all these people, I mean, I pose the question, what are our future selves and future generations going to think, like even 5-10 years down the road, when all this is transpired and over with, and these ICE agents are on trial for the crimes they've committed?
Thousands of them.
And are the judges going to hear, and I was just following Christine Ohm's order defense?
Well, prosecutors have case law to point to. Again, we don't do that shit here. We don't give a shit. You should have disobeyed the unlawful fucking order. If only 6 former military people had made a video saying, hey, don't do shit that's illegal. This is America. You will get prosecuted regardless. It doesn't matter if the administration tells you it's okay. You're going to get...
And I just want to put to fucking Sean out there in the chat. It doesn't matter what you or I think. It matters what the courts think. It matters what the courts are going to do. Yeah, I'm sure Sean's a lawyer.
Attorney Sean.
Didn't even know the 8th Amendment. But that's what's going to happen, right? Like when all this washes out eventually, hopefully, there's going to be trials. There's going to be a whole prosecution of these people.
Even if Trump stays in for 10 years, he's going to die eventually. You know what I mean? He's not going to live for 1,000 years. So this will come to an end. And when it does, these motherfuckers are really, really fucked. There is everyone is going to prosecute them. As soon as they get indicted, they're fucked. Oh, ICE agent, bye-bye. They don't you're going to see that you're going to know what a biased criminal justice system feels like. Trust me, I'm black. I know. You're going to know because it's not going to matter what you say or do. Because guess what? You're not going to be able to fucking go back to Oklahoma and stand trial. You got to come back to Chicago. You got to go back to Minneapolis.
Right.
A jury of your peers who you are terrorizing right now, assuming that you will not be standing in front of them with a suit on, with your big red eyes, crying and shit, like with your little hair slicked to the side, trying to look fucking professional. It's not going to matter at that point, brother.
Well, and think about it this way. It doesn't even matter what Trump says or does. He's immune. The Supreme Court said he's immune. While he's president, everything he does is perfectly fine and legal because the Supreme Court thinks he's a special boy. The rest of them, everyone but Trump, is in for a world of hurt. They're in for a world of problems, legal and otherwise, because the American people are not going to stand for it anymore. And the justice system certainly won't stand for it when all this washes out.
Broke my ass.
Because the courts have already started putting the wheels in motion to stop this shit. And the justice system is clogged up and slow. The courts are clogged up and slow, but eventually they're going to get to it. And not everyone has billions of dollars to fucking delay every trial. Certainly not these ICE agents. That $50,000 bonus they got is going straight to legal costs.
No, man, look at this. I'm going to be making this much money this year. You better get paid up front. You better be on salary. Because I'm telling you right now, I would never work for this administration in any capacity. This motherfucker don't pay bills. I hope you get them bonuses and everything else, because I'm telling you, these motherfuckers will cheapskate your ass. They still owe fucking people for rallies.
Oh,
for the election. They never paid the bill. They just left.
$500,000 for rallies that they, police costs, venue costs, all the permits.
They're having special session meetings for the city council because they got all this overtime to pay, and the administration just won't answer the phone. And y'all think y'all getting bonuses? Oh, mijo. Oh, why? Where are we at on the list? We got another one?
I think I was a quarter of the way through this video. I'll put it back up. I just wanted to chat for a second about people saying that I was only following orders and how that's not a legal defense.
It's not going to save you.
The law. Now, what happened next is what's getting so much attention. Amundsen and Zeman joined us last week here on Morning News Now. They told us they were handcuffed in the back of an SUV en route to a federal detention center with 3 federal agents in the vehicle. Then one agent started to have what they believed to be a seizure.
I saw him start to lean back, and then he said out loud, well, not really loud, very softly, that he was not feeling very well. And then his arms started to shake.
So I quickly asked them to pull over, uncuff me, and let me help him, because we could hear his tongue and the fluids in his mouth begin to sound like they were going to be aspirated into his body. And I was worried that he was going to stop breathing. I knew from minimal training that I have on being on the emergency response team when I was a kindergarten teacher, that I needed to get him into the recovery position, keep him warm.
Saved by a teacher.
Teachers are the best, man. Literally the best.
I don't know why we pay them pennies, but this lady was a teacher and she's got medical training and she saved this dude's life probably. Damn. She needs the $50,000 bonus.
Hold on, Tim. Did you say this already?
I didn't I didn't address it, no.
All right. Sean says, and yes, I know the 8th and all the others because I fought for them. What have you done? Okay. What do you mean you fought for them? Like in an actual, real way. What do you think that means? Because for you to try to flex your service in my face as a way of saying it preserved rights whilst defending the person who is literally wiping his fucking swamp ass with the Constitution every fucking morning. Every morning he wipes his ass with the Constitution that you fought for, and you're giving me shit. Are you kidding me right now? He's closing fucking VAs. He's cutting all the fucking money. And you're mad at me? So am I an easier target than the president? Is that what that is? You don't want to address your internal biases, so you're just going to lash out at people on the internet?
Well,
is that what that is?
We're too mean for him, I think. We're too mean.
Fucking Trump's way meaner than I am.
So you can have an opinion, but if I state mine, I'm pretending to be a lawyer.
I'm making stuff up. Okay, you're right. You win. Good job. You beat me. I'll pull up another fucking 10 stories about VA hospitals closing and fucking hotlines for suicide prevention being shut down because all the funding's gone.
Or people not getting their Social Security checks because the government made it too hard to file for them.
I mean, but I'm the one that's besmirching your service, right? I am more on your side than you are. Yeah, laugh it up, fuzzball.
People not getting food stamps because the requirements are too difficult.
All the homeless vets fucking sitting out there on the fucking stoop. We're saying give them money. Your guy's saying fuck them, and we're the bad guys, and you're the good guy. Okay.
And by the way, the VA's been fucked for how many decades? Right? The VA's been fucked since, I don't know, Clinton, Bush. I remember stories about the VA was unable to digitize their records, so they had buildings that were literally falling apart because they had so many records and they couldn't digitize them because it cost too much money and the VA didn't have any support. And like, you're bitching at us when the president doesn't give a fuck. He just sued his own government for $10 billion. $10 billion of your tax money. He just wants your money and everyone else's at his expense.
Driftless Island says, have you taken a constitutional law class, Sean? I have a Purple Heart and fought for billionaires in Iraq. And Driftless Island, objective and honest. He's given us shit. He's complimented us. Critique, just straight up critique. His viewpoint. He says, I fought for billionaires in Iraq. I want to know how you thought you fought for rights. I get that that's what they tell the teenagers to get them in there. They told my whole generation that if we don't go over there and kill those brown people, that our everything will be gone forever. They got nukes over there.
Pragmatic Crystal put a link in the chat for Sean there about the VA cuts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, I get that you want to have a partisan fight. Let me pull up the banner. You're in the wrong show.
Yeah,
because hold on one sec. Even at the cringe level to some of our supporters on this channel, I support veterans a lot. I love veterans. They're my friends. My congressperson, Tammy Duckworth, is a fucking war hero in my eyes. I went through JROTC all 4 years of high school. I wanted to be a pilot, but then they told me my eyes were bad. Like, you don't know who we are to tell us. Okay, you're not, though. That's the thing.
You may not be registered. You may be unaffiliated with any political party. However, you're a Trump simp. I don't know how else to put that. It's great, but that's Trump isn't either one of those. He
Hold on,
he
where'd
was
it go?
both. He was both.
Where'd it go?
Like
I don't know where it
he's
went.
on the play.
I
Which
don't know.
one?
No. It was something he said. He said something like, "Yeah, but you guys just blame Trump for everything." It's like, see, that's the thing. And even if he's a centrist and you're in the middle of everything, this is how you get fucking played for the fucking fool, because there is no fucking fence to sit on this.
Well, I was about to say that I just referenced that every president since Clinton has failed the VA.
Yeah.
And I listed a story about how the VA, I think this was like 10, 12 years ago. So it definitely wasn't Trump. It was Obama who VA reform has been non-existent for the last 20, 30 years. Every president has been responsible for not reforming the VA. And you're saying that we're only attacking, well, fuck Joe Biden, fuck Obama, fuck Clinton. Like, they're all fucking war criminals. All of them. But you want to claim that you're independent. If you're so independent, then why are you carrying water for Trump?
Again, I'm not on his side. You got his jersey on. You got the pom-poms waving. Could have fooled me.
Right. If you're independent, then what the fuck? I guess.
You're an independent transphobe. Look up gender dysphoria, just like you had to look up the 8th Amendment, and then get back to us. Because you are being tricked. I have no stake in whether or not your service meant anything to the country. I'm just a person in the country. So it is your past that you're trying to justify through the things that you see around you. You're trying to make a reckoning with your past and projecting that onto us. That's your life, bro, not ours. We're completely outside of your bubble and sphere of influence. That's why you're hearing things that you're not comfortable with and that you're not used to hearing. You've walked out of your bubble. Welcome. This is what everybody else is saying. Not left, not right, definitely not fucking center. Like, we're not apologists for fucking anybody. We stand up for the people, period. We shitted on Biden, we shit on Obama, and we're shitting on Trump for the second time.
And we're about to shit on Chuck Schumer. So, like,
stay tuned for more shit.
Let's watch a few more minutes in this, then we'll yell at Chuck Schumer.
Oh my God, tons.
God damn it. Tom's trying to get us on lists.
Him calm. So they
Shit
did that.
it
They pulled
is.
over,
Shit
they
it is.
uncuffed me, let me run around the vehicle. They began to uncuff Heather, and then I got to his side and I told him that he was going to be okay. I had to move his service weapon from his hip to the front of his body to be able to get him into the recovery position, and then I just held his head up so that he could have a clear airway. I spoke to him and I asked him his name. I told him that he was going to be safe and that I was going to stay there until EMS arrived.
Late last week, 3 days after NBC News reached out, the Department of Homeland Security responded with a statement offering a different account of what happened. A DHS spokesperson said, quote, while driving back for processing, one of the agents in the vehicle began to feel unwell and experienced a medical.
So I put a link in a chat. It's really, really, really long, but that is sale for epilepsy. They have a checklist of what you can try to do to help people if they're having a seizure in the moment. Didn't really tell you guys this, but little Stinky Butt had a few seizures a couple of months ago. So I have refreshed myself on all of this. So you guys should probably refresh if you haven't already. Or if you didn't know already. Go on.
Okay.
Emergency. These two women lied to law enforcement, stating they were nurses when they were not, and they remained secured in the vehicle. Agents immediately pulled over to render assistance and called 911 for medical support. The fire department and EMS arrived on scene within minutes, and the agent was treated.
Why do they gotta lie about that? What's the point of lying about that?
Run it back. Maybe we misunderstood.
Have a clear airway. I spoke to him and I asked him his name. I told him that he was going to be safe
I just
and
want to
that
go
I
back
was
to what
going
you
to stay
said.
there until EMS arrived.
Late last week, 3 days after.
Okay, and then here's their statement. While driving back for processing, one of the agents in the vehicle began to feel unwell and experience a medical emergency. True. These two women lied to law enforcement stating that they were nurses. Untrue.
They were not.
When they were not. And they remained secured in the vehicle. Apparently untrue. Agents immediately pulled over to render assistance and called 911. I'm sure at some point they did that.
Wait, to render assistance. Whom did the rendering?
Yeah, who did the rendering?
Huh? Oh.
Was it the fake nurses?
Huh?
Why would they lie about this? I don't get it.
Pull over. I'm a doctor. I can help. Okay, fine. You're under cuffs. Just fucking book it. Just fucking sucker. Good luck with your heart attack. Maybe an aspirin. I don't know.
Like all she said is that I saw that he was having a seizure, and I asked him to pull over and said that I could help him. She didn't say that she said that she was a nurse. She just said that I have some medical training from being a teacher. And it sounded like she knew what she was talking about.
Sounds like he's still alive. So
right.
Sounds like she helped.
That's fucking crazy, man. These people are fucking crazy. All right. Time to yell at Chuck Schumer.
We will find out if Chuck Schumer manages to successfully fund, at least temporarily, the DHS. If they remember, Chuck Schumer is on Operation Make Sure No One Knows Democrats Exist by doing nothing and assuming that nobody notices.
I wasn't here on Friday. I had a rant primed for that.
See, here's the thing is like, it's not just us making fun of Chuck Schumer. This is Sam Cedar who's also making fun of Chuck Schumer. Like, he agrees with us.
And a little bit of transparency. I have not seen this, but I know Sam's Chuck Schumer impression is better than mine, and I'm here for it. I know he's gonna get the glasses down. He's gonna get right up in the thing. It's a treat for me. Because Chuck Schumer is such a fucking weenie, dude. He is the biggest fucking weenie out there, brother.
I can't imagine a worse majority leader for the Democrats. I really can't. You can pick any senator in the Democratic caucus right now, and they would be better than Chuck Schumer.
Sinema might have been similar, or Fetterman.
Fetterman would be worse.
Fetterman, well, I don't know. It depends on if lightning hits him or something. I don't know.
Right. So, with the exception of Fetterman, any Democrat would be a better choice for majority leader than fucking Chuck Schumer.
But you guys discussed the fact that Schumer is completely giving away all the leverage here, and also
again,
I mean,
for the millionth time.
I'm sure you did.
Okay.
But did you the part that bothered me the most, I'm not sure if you touched on it, the fact that he's giving them 2 weeks, it benefits the Republicans so disproportionately because the outrage about the killings of Renee Good and Preddy are going to be more in the rear view mirror.
Of course. No, it is a cool down period. And if they need another 2 week
pause real quick.
But
so
what you're discounting,
it may not cool down all the way because Preddy just got ruled a homicide this morning.
Yeah.
So it's not a self-defense, it is a homicide. Funny that the two agents are brown. I told y'all thought y'all was safe. Now they're like, you know what? It is time for some transparency. Get under that bus. Get under that bus. Get under the bus. I need traction to get out of the snow in Minnesota. Get under that bus.
Is that he swore. And did you hear this?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay. This is what you're discounting.
No
Matt,
fucking
will you,
way.
just, if you would, how do we not have this hanging on the office?
Because it was on his Instagram.
No, guys, that shit just
Oh, his
pisses me off,
Instagram
man.
must be
Okay.
popping over there. In between thirst traps, he's caving to the Republicans.
Like that's what I knew
don't think he's
Instagram was
getting-
no good when all the politicians are on Instagram. And it's like, God. Like when the
I've never
Nazis took
had
over
my-
Twitter. Never had my flabber so gasted.
What are these other ones?
Oh,
Quiet in the
one's
chambers, please.
Yeah.
Quiet in the chambers.
Okay.
I'll rename that one. Hit the video there, bud.
The Republicans. Listen to how
okay,
angry he is. And
I did
that's
not.
why he's
Yeah, I
only
will see
giving
it on the
2
news.
weeks. Only 2 weeks.
Stephen Miller are fucking liars. Any administration that
Did you see? Did you see? Can we play back what Emma just like went reeled. She like reeled back when she heard that. That's how strong
and
he-
Stephen Miller
It was
are
to prevent-
fucking liars.
Ugh.
Any administration
Absolute
leadership.
To prevent myself from retching.
Honestly, I get a chill.
All right, scoot up a little bit here.
Okay. Well, you put a 16-minute clip on here.
I just wanted to see his impression. Just go to when the glasses are down. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see the full. Oh, there. Play right there. Play right there. Play right there. Back up a little bit. Back up a little bit.
I will continue to fight for it.
I don't know if you can hear me over the clip.
More
Let's see how
security assistance to Israel.
Here, I'll
So-
put the closed captionings on. There we go.
So back
Try
up
it
a little. Maybe go like 10 seconds back from there. So this is at a fundraiser, y'all. Let's hear what our Senate minority leader is concerned about.
And here is Chuck Schumer, very excited that he's been able to get things done.
Fight for aid to Israel, all the aid that Israel needs. I will continue to fight for it. And we delivered more security assistance to Israel, our ally, under my leadership than ever before. We will keep doing that, everybody. It is so important to give Israel what it needs.
Wait. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did we start at the beginning there?
Yeah.
What happened? Okay.
Let's
Good.
start
Go
the-
start.
looks like there's a cut there. But
Okay,
this is this is Jacob Kornblue.
It is so important to give Israel what it needs and to protect itself from the many in that difficult region who want to wipe Israel off the face of the map.
Okay, can you pause it real quick?
We have to do everything.
Israel has a couple of $1 billion a year economy.
Yeah, and you know,
like 12 million people.
the biggest fucking military in the area.
What the fuck do they need our money for? But they do get universal health care, free K through 12, free college. Like, I'm sorry, are we just footing the bill for that? And we have to pay for all of their munitions. Like, y'all are tripping. It is dire straits in America right now. I don't know America first bullshit, but I'm not gonna fucking just go float them money, and they got nicer shit than we got.
Right.
Can I get some motherfucking universal health care? Can I go to the junior college and get an astronomy course for free? Like, what the fuck? It was laughable to give us money for student loan forgiveness. That's unconstitutional to spend money on people who are part of the economy. Damn. All right, fine. I guess we're on our own. But these people get free college. What the fuck? Give us some college then.
Yeah, I got all this student loan debt. Fucking pay for my college.
That's what I'm saying.
To do that. We have to do everything to ensure that the delicate ceasefire secured last year paves the way to lasting peace. Where people
Delicate ceasefire. Pause.
What ceasefire?
Israel's killed an additional 500 people. What are we talking about? They didn't do what we told them to do. Trump said, boom, slammed his dick on the table and said, you better fucking knock it off. You do what I tell you to do. Hamas, you better disarm. Israel, you knock that shit off, or I'm turning this car around. And everybody said, wow, Trump brought peace to Israel and Gaza. They're still bombing people. They bombed people last night. Kids died. What are we talking about? They're not doing it. So if they're not going to follow what Trump said, and America's not going to follow our own laws, which is what is the Levy Act, we're not allowed to give people arms for these things. It violates our own law to send it. Biden didn't give a shit. Trump don't either, apparently.
No, Trump just wanted to declare that he solved another thing.
Oh, he stopped another war that he was about to start.
Right. Trump just wanted to be like, I won the Nobel Peace Prize. I want to win the Nobel Peace Prize, so I'm going to solve Israel.
Well,
And
they're
then
making him disqualified from his peace prize because they're breaking this over and
Well,
over
I'm just
again,
saying-
and he's not enforcing it.
he pretended that he did it. He pretended that he solved it. And he's like, oh, the ceasefire. I did it. Time to move on, guys. And then was like, Israel can do whatever it wants.
Right.
Like
Crazy.
that's all he cares about, is that he can pretend that he solved another conflict when he hasn't solved any. And really it's these multilateral talks that America is involved in these other countries where Trump is just like, oh yeah, I did that.
Oh, me. Oh, me. Nothing but net. From half court, it's good.
But if you look at the real conflicts that he's trying to solve, he keeps getting played by Putin in Ukraine. Whenever Putin's like, oh yeah, we'll work on a deal, and then he's like, oh yeah, we're negotiating at the table. At the same time, I'm bombing Kiev.
Sean says, clearly you never been in a hot zone surrounded by people who want to hurt you while having to extract people from said group, and it shows. I'm black in America. Next question. You forget
Sean
where
is-
I live.
Sean is correct about me. I've never been in a quote hot zone surrounded by people who want to quote hurt me, and never had to quote extract a person from the group.
I'm
'Cause
St.
I'm not
Louis. I extracted from fucking from Missouri.
I've never extracted a person. You are correct. I'm not a Navy SEAL.
Two-state solution.
Side by side in a two-state solution. And by that, what I mean is several large, medium-sized ghettos, and then we can have beautiful.
You don't understand what that means?
Hold on, Mikey, before you start, I'm not a part of this. Oh, wait. No.
Oh, yes, you are.
It's me. No, I'm not a part of this. I don't want to be part of this. I'm going away.
So what does it, why would that have a similar correlation, Sean? Why would it have a similar correlation? Let's look at the numbers, Sean. How many did we lose in Iraq and Afghanistan? And how many do the police kill every fucking year? And not until the advent of the motherfucking cell phone camera, you told us we were fucking lying. So yeah, it's the same. If you're black in this country and you live in certain cities, you might as well. And the reaction from my community to say, stop fucking shooting us when we are unarmed, the response was, Blue Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter. Yeah. You can subterfuge it now, but yeah, you forget about your own fucking country's misgivings whilst complaining. You don't live where you think you live, dude.
I'm very
Welcome back, Tim.
surprised that Sean is still in the chat. I think he's just
No.
rage baiting us at this point.
No, Sean's got that little light is creeping under the door. That's why he's still here. Because
can
if
be
we were
taught.
that bad, he would have left already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He would have been like, I don't like you guys, and then left.
Sean representing the drunks at Buffalo Wild Wings. Thank you, Dark Lord Craig.
$2 super chat. By the way, a quick. I'm leaving again. I'm leaving again.
Sean, you've activated my trap card. Are you trying to tell me that black on black crime is a thing? Sean, you know what's worse than black on black crime? White on white crime. Look it up, Sean. Oh, Sean. Jesus, Sean. Yeah, it's almost like you said you were independent. You sure?
No, he may be
Yeah,
unaffiliated from a fucking political party, but there's no way that dude is like independently minded. He doesn't question things. There's no critical thinking there.
It's the Victim Olympics. It's called knowing history and read statistics, read studies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just keep, well, I was in a hot zone, so then I know all things. And I can shut down any conversation because I've been in a hot zone. Okay.
He just wants to be the main character. That's all.
Oh, was I crying, Sean? Or did you just say something stupid? You said something stupid. It's okay if you said something stupid, but I'm just not gonna let you like get away with it. You've been kind of a smart ass the whole time, so gotta pull you up on your stupid. You know what I mean? Not gonna let it slide. I'm petty. I don't have to be the mature adult in the room because this is independent media. This isn't fucking CNN and MS Now. We can say where the fuck we want.
Beautiful buildings on the coast of of Gaza.
Side by side with one side pointing guns at the other side.
Mission accomplished.
Tell me I don't
I've
read.
been a great Senate minority leader. That's what I've been working on. Listen, there's a couple of things I made a mess of, but let's be honest.
I do
this
like
is my
how
big job.
how it's changed slightly. It used to be that his job, what he said to the New York Times, was my job is to keep the left pro-Israel. You know, you failed already, so it's like, oh.
He reiterated that in that speech. I don't know where it was in that recording, but he reiterated something like that. It's one of my jobs.
Well, fair enough, but the point being is
now he knows
that
it's one of his jobs.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at support for Israel's actions among the Democratic base, like single-digit percentages, a majority of Democrats now consider it a genocide. So you failed in that regard.
Providing Israel with more funding, I think it's like single digits now.
I mean, so is he fundraising here? What is this breakfast event? Do we have any more details about it?
I read an article on it, but it was so poorly.
Oh, Mikey, I was just about to bring this up. Man,
Hey, Sean?
our chat is great all the time.
Hey, Sean, what's this? Sean? Contact Sean? May 5th, 2025. Sean?
Only 5 views.
Oh, you're going to get some more views now. Let me put the link in the chat. Sean, what this? Sean? What does this mean?
Well, yeah, what's going on here? I don't.
What did your keyboard fall off your phone? What happened? Sean? What's this mean, Sean? You're independent. Can you explain it to me? I told you he was in the wrong show. We had a banner and everything. Sean?
Oh, that.
Wonder what it could mean. Huh.
That's the only video.
What's going on, Sean? What? Motherfucker, what you mean? What?
What is this cryptic thing?
What is this post? You don't see your own shit on this. This is your shit from your channel.
From last year. What do you mean what?
You posted it, not us. That's why we asking you what. Hey. First of my 4 election days is today, and I was number 1. Look at progress. Air horns in the chat for progress only. Alex holding it down over there in Bay City.
I've never had my flabbers so gasted.
Actually, I'm not flabbergasted.
Progress only is killing it over there.
When we have our administration, we have to. Where will we put progress only? Progress only. What is the cabinet spot you would like in the famine Bristol administration?
Yeah. What cabinet position do you want? I'm not opposed to cronyism. Let's go.
Yeah, we're forming a squad. Sean, where are you, sir? It's been two and a half.
Now.
It's been 2.5 minutes. What is going on here, Sean?
The chat coming through in a clutch with Sean's YouTube page there.
You can't see it here.
You can see it.
This.
What is this?
This is from your page, Sean. Not our page. This is your YouTube page. Don't you try to delete it. I'm a screenshot. Don't you try to delete it. Ah, got it. Too late. Can you see it now? What is this, Sean? Actually,
There, I'll give you your first comment, Sean.
Like no lie, progress only. You would kick ass at HUD.
Oh yeah. Sweet is definitely going Treasury.
But you're not black, so I don't know if you're allowed to be in charge of HUD. I don't know if that's like a White House thing, or they just make every black guy that gets into a cabinet. Honestly, I don't know. I can't see it. Wow. Well, there you go, everybody. That'll be a great clip for later. He said, honestly, I don't know. I can't see it.
Man, you posted it.
It's literally your shit. And you're over here.
This is your channel.
You are acting like you can't see your own thing. For real, dude. That's sloppy. Even for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Can I expand this? Look, that's as big as it gets. Here, full screen. There you go. Oh, there you go. It's literally it says, we blacks go through this every day. That's what it says.
And then it's got some law offices symbol behind it.
Yeah. What's this about?
And it's a comment from Trevor Pearson.
And Allie's saying it's on your YouTube page, your post. You can be vulgar. Be vulgar.
Oh, we don't care.
Salty language is our only favorite. You have no idea. Okay, Sean. Not only now do I have to not take you seriously, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. And a coward and a liar.
And Mikey just unplugged his headphones so we can say whatever we want about him. Damn it. That time has passed now.
That's fucking crazy, dude. Sean, just fucking fuck off, dude. Because you're going to, like, this is on your fucking page. You fucking posted it, and we fucking pull it up, and then you act like you're going to gaslight us? And now you're going to play what, the fucking YouTube victim? What, your fucking account got hacked? Come on, man. Fucking liar, dude. Unbelievable. Thank you, chat.
On to the next video.
Yeah. Oh, another blow up.
I just read very quickly from
Oh yeah, forgot to introduce the show. Guys, this is everyone's favorite MS Now show, Paper Shuffling with Mika and Joe. Oh my god. They love shuffling their papers right in front of their mics.
But I just read very quickly from
The Wall Street Journal says immigration enforcement that turns ugly in the
Stop
streets
the
will
video
determine who
right
wins the
Where's my fucking thing? MS Now. Stop it. Stop it. They have a tablet on the desk. Stop giving them paper. They can't handle it. God, every second. Stop giving them paper. And what's my girl? Sick shit. This is sick shit. What's her name? Oh my God. Her name is
Nicole Wallace.
Don't give her a Sharpie or a highlighter. And same with Mad Owl. Stop giving them writing implements and stationery. Stop it. Enough. Enough.
Progress only says the paper's in his contract.
No papers and I walk. You gotta draw the line. It's so terrible.
race for Congress
Mo
this year.
Ron.
The Republicans have a real problem, and I feel bad for them that they just wouldn't listen to me, because I've been saying the same thing from day one. And it's just
do not give them newspapers under any circumstance.
You're all fucking thin ice with me, Tons. You know they would totally do that. They would totally do that.
Fucking newspaper.
I got the New York Times.
It just goes boom, crinkle, 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 crinkle.
Here's my stack of newspapers from last week. God, I hate it. They have monitors and teleprompters and all this digital shit, but they will just put that shit right up in the mic. Okay, I'm done. I'm better. I feel better. Thank you. Okay. I feel better.
And the Wall Street Journal is now starting to talk about it. Some people are finally starting to talk about it, but are the Republicans still too scared or still too stupid to listen? You cannot go community to community, street to street, house to house, and get the numbers that the White House is saying they want to get without destroying your party politically. And we continue to still see videos coming out of Minneapolis. We continue to still see, I think, one of the most compelling videos and one of the most frightening videos, but also one of the most clarifying videos yesterday that I saw came, I believe it was from this weekend, but I'll get a confirmation on it, where a woman is driving down the Minneapolis street and cars are swerving wildly to cut her off. And what does she do? She's so lawless. Oh my God, she's so lawless. How could she hate the law so much?
Oh, Jesus, Joe.
That she starts calling the police.
Joe's tripping.
Think about this.
This is one
in
of many.
In America.
Look at this.
Look at these.
That's assault.
Yo, back it up a couple of seconds, because this is the thing that they do all the time, and I'm glad that they caught the footage of it. When they keep telling y'all, we were carrying out our ICE operations, getting rid of the worst, and then we were rear-ended by a protester. This is the shit that they do to people. They fucking zip around them, and then they slam on the brakes, and then people crash into them sometimes. Like, they get themselves into positions on purpose to have to react with violence. Same thing they did in... Oh, no! I just
even
realized
better.
what that was. No! It's the onion husk.
Oh my
God. But this is this little maneuver that they do right here. And again, they were doing this in Chicago. There was people cell phone footage all over Facebook and TikTok and all that. They're just driving like fucking GTA.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I got my kid in the car. Like, why are you 60 miles an hour screeching, pulling the handbrake, doing? These are high and drunk, criminally convicted Proud Boys. These are not federal agents that you guys claim of. They have 47 days of training and a nose full of coke, driving around.
Starts calling the police. Think
Look at
about
that.
this.
Tires fully locked up.
In America.
Yeah, man, they slammed on them brakes.
Look at this.
Look at these thugs. Look, and he comes out with a gun and he gets in front of the car. They're pointing the gun. They're telling her to come out. They're yelling at her. So what does she do? She's desperately calling the police, desperately asking people.
That's what you got to do. Hey, if ICE is harassing you, call the cops.
Exactly.
Call the cops and they'll come because they don't fucking like ICE either.
In Chicago, they stopped showing up. The motherfuckers showed up to give them backup because like it's getting out of hand. We need some help. And local PD's like, all right, we'll come. We'll come break up the crowd.
And
they gassed the cops. They gassed the cops and ran away.
And in Philadelphia,
You don't want this smoke?
They ready for you.
To call 911. Get that, Republicans? She's not calling the National Hippie Network. She's not calling. Look at this guy in front of the car.
The gun.
Get trained. Get trained before you draw your gun, you idiot.
Joe is losing
it.
it.
Is she calling Antifa? Fox News? No, she's not calling Antifa. She's calling the police, begging the police to come save her from what looks like a paramilitary legal force let loose on the streets of America to shoot Americans, to terrorize Americans on the streets of America. And the police officer comes, Mika.
Hey, pause it.
And he drives.
Hey, Sean, is this what you fought for? Put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it.
Drives her home. He comes and he breaks up the paramilitary thugs, and it is the police officer, not Antifa,
the chief,
not the National Hippie Network, not leftists. A police officer comes and takes her home. Look at this. When these thugs come out of their car, standing in front of a car, drawing a gun, look at them. In America, this is happening. This is still happening in your...
Oh, that's sad. Allie says Sean left the chat. You didn't get to see Joe Scarborough yelling at him. Joe Scarborough is such a fucking neocon, by the way. The National Hippie Network. Come on, bro.
Sean said, I ain't going nowhere.
Oh, he didn't leave. All right, Sean. Hey, what's all this about? Because they replay the video. I'll go back. Sean, what's all this about?
Not leftists.
Don't listen to Joe Scarborough. He's fucking insane. Watch the video.
A police officer comes and takes her home. Look at this. When these thugs come out of their car, standing in front of a car, drawing a gun, look at them. In America, this is happening. This is still happening in your country. I will not get out of the car. This is an undisciplined paramilitary force that does not answer to
Congressman
anyone.
Joe came up.
This is floor speech, Joe.
Reclaiming my time, Joe.
I'm reclaiming my time. Thank you for your question, Senator.
Obviously, because they're still doing this. And she calls 911. She calls the police. She's not asking to defund the police. She's asking to be saved from these thugs by the police.
Don't know what they're doing.
By the police who don't know what they're doing.
Mika trying to get in. Joe is still on a roller though.
Yeah, you know, Mika tries to break in and is like, but we're gonna get. He's like, no, I'm gonna yell about this more.
She clicked the pen. She.
You could, and there is a look of exasperation constantly on her face.
She tried to like merge into this. Joe is not taking any fucking signals right now.
On the police, she's asking to be saved from these thugs.
She's over there like, oh,
by
where's my
the
hat?
police.
Don't know what they're doing.
Over there, looking.
By the police who don't know what they're doing, but what they do know.
She sighs. That's my favorite part. She's like, Fucking Joe.
Motherfucker, let me in!
I just want to say that we're going to commercial.
He said no.
Be funny.
Baseball for the UK people. I just realized that they're like, what is he doing? In baseball, they signal people like the third base coach or the coach or something like that. They'll tell the batter stuff, but they can't just like say, hit it to the right, or you know what I mean? We're gonna bunt next time, but they'll just, and that means something. They have their own little hand signal gesture thing to do. So that's what Mika. Yeah, there you go. Explain.
You know, there's also a producer screaming in Joe's ear to let Mika talk.
He did one of these.
Yeah, he pulled out the earpiece,
wrapped it in paper.
Is that like they're willing to draw? I'll tell you what. Anybody in charge of this force that says if you get out of a car, so help me God, and you draw your guns, you know what? We're going to try you. We're going to try you for assault. This is so out of control, and it looks like a paramilitary force from the third world.
Yeah.
And so a police chief, not Antifa Republicans, not Antifa liars on the right. She calls the police to ask for help in America from paramilitary type officers. It's disgusting. And Mika, it goes perfectly into our first story.
Yes,
which is
does.
why Republicans get crushed. Why Republicans.
I see what you're trying to do here. You're just trying to make it worse.
From paramilitary type officers. It's disgusting.
Or a traverse or whatever that was.
It goes perfectly into our first story.
Yes,
which is why Republicans.
that is the most disgusted, disheartened yes it does I've ever heard. Joe Scarborough, the worst segue in television.
He's like the Segway blender.
And this goes perfectly into our first story. Yes, it does.
Joe crashing out.
Speaking of crashing out.
And we're also joined by
that's the
NSNet reporter Jillian Frankel from the Minneapolis area. Also, NPR immigration correspondent and host of The Last Cup, Jasmine Gars, and immigration attorney and former president of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, Alan Orr. Let's just take a listen, guys, to what President Trump is now saying
so
about
people who know
agents
about
wearing
immigration
body
law.
cameras.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't my decision. I would have, I leave it to him.
Yo, he has never made one decision. Anything that's going poorly was never his idea. What? Immigration? Are you guys still talking about immigration?
Do you remember? I think it was back during the maybe the 2024 election, like sometime in 2023, and they're asking him about like, what about all these candidates you've endorsed? And he's like, well, if they win, that was me. But if they lose, I had nothing to do with it.
I like to take credit for the good things.
Because people can't lie about what's happening. So it's generally speaking, I think 80% good for law enforcement.
Wait,
but,
it was your girl that lied.
Alan is the
Krusty the
president.
Clown.
Again, the body cameras can't lie. How strong is body camera footage as evidence and as a tool for accountability?
A big accountability tool, and what we've seen is footage from people who were observers around the event, which has become the substitute for body camera footage, which they should have had in the first place. The bigger policy issue is then why is she calling for it as if it's needed?
You got to de-ice him like a plane.
In the first place, so sort of saying that you're going to do something now sort of doesn't rectify the policy issues that exist before. The footage will be a step in the right direction if they ensure that the camera's turned on. We've seen in other policing that when you are acting outside the law, you somehow forget to turn on your camera.
Jasmine, how do you see it? Are the body cameras
or they drop it
the community?
Oh, it fell out and then it just faced the
I think
floor.
more transparency is always good, but I
on.
don't know that it gets to the heart of an impunity issue, and an issue with being transparent. I mean, how many videos did we see on repeat for
Oh my
the
God,
last
her
2
stupid
weeks of Alex Preddy
laptop
getting
is following
killed?
her head.
You
I
know, and
know.
I hate that.
immediately after he was killed, you had the administration rushing to malign him.
This is a good one. Donald Trump is named in the Epstein files more than Jesus was named in the Bible. Hilarious.
Ouch.
Yeah. Hey, like we've been saying, Epstein's in the Trump files.
At this point, yeah, we got the names reversed.
Say that he was brandishing a gun. And, you know, we've seen the videos. I've seen the videos. NPR has counted 10 shots. This man was shot 10 times while pinned down to the ground. And so I guess the bigger question is, with an administration that consistently tells Americans, do not believe your eyes, do not believe what you're saying, does a body cam make a difference?
Vaughn, the president seems supportive of body cameras, but then just yesterday, he was talking about agents using force against protesters, seemingly encouraging that. Last week, he had sent Tom Homan to help turn down the temperature on the ground. But does the president still want that? And does Homan have his full backing?
Till Homan fucks up and he finds somebody else. He's going to go the same way as, what's his name?
It is obligatory for me to say it at this point. Tom Oman, you owe me $50,000 in cash in a paper bag, please. You took that bribe money and you owe it to the taxpayers.
Where'd the money go, Tom?
Give us our money back, please. And the same bag you took it in. Go to Kava, get another bag, and go get some cash out the bank and give us our shit back.
Yeah, you know, MAGA wants to talk about fraud. Where's Tom Homan? His $50K.
Motherfucker took the bribe on camera. soon as Cash Patel got in there, he's like, "Oh yeah, we're done with this investigation. He's fine. It's fine." Or Pam Bondi was like, "It's fine."
He didn't really take it, guys. It was given to him. It's a gift. It's a gift.
Well, we determined that there's no wrongdoing.
It's a gift that he got during this sting operation.
Indications are that Tom Homan has his full backing here, but in terms of how tactically, in terms of the operations that are being carried out by federal agents on the ground and how that is shifted is still not clear. Having a different leader overseeing the operations is one thing, but in terms of tactically changing approach is very much another. And this White House has still not made it explicitly clear how it is seeking to change the way it conducts its immigration deportation operations in places like Minneapolis. As it goes to the body cameras, the president was asked very directly about the plan to suit up federal agents with body cameras. And I think that his response is notable because it came from a posture of believing that it would protect law enforcement, suggesting that people lie about what law enforcement does here. And he said that 80% of the time, the body cameras are good for law enforcement. Again, this really comes also at a time, though, in which we had video evidence of the killing of Alex Preddy as well as Renee Good. And even those visuals still led the president and other allies to question what ultimately went down despite that video evidence.
And investigators have the body camera videos from those two agents who we've been told were wearing body cameras, those two who opened fire on Alex Preddy at least. Jillian, I know you've been talking to some of the families directly impacted by this Operation Metro Surge in Minnesota, including the father of fourth grader Elizabeth Zuna Caisaguano, a little girl from that same school district as Liam Conejo Ramos. She's also been detained in Texas with her mother, Rosa, and that's been for at least a couple weeks now. What's her father saying?
Ana Luis Zuna says he got a call the morning
She's
of
wearing her
January
black
6th
bucket
from
as
his
a hat.
10-year-old little girl, Elizabeth, saying she and her mother, Rosa, had been stopped by federal agents.
Hey, listen, sometimes everything's a hat.
It's a hat.
But
She's
that
very
she was
proud
going
of
to be
herself. She's
brought
like-
to Highland Elementary School that morning. He sprinted over to the campus and she was nowhere to be found. Within a day, by January 7th, he learned that she and her mother, Rosa, had been brought down to Dilley Detention Center down in Texas. He's now trying to communicate with them over the phone as much as he possibly can, Anna.
Jillian, what's DHS saying about this case?
Yeah, the Department of Homeland Security told us in a statement that Rosa, the mom, had a final order of removal, but the family says that they had applied for asylum. Their initial claim had been denied, but they were in the midst of an appeals process when this all played out. They went on to describe the apprehension itself. I want to read from this statement to you. Officials conducted a vehicle stop to arrest the illegal alien. Upon discovering a child was in the car, officers allowed her to make phone calls to place the child in the custody of someone she designated. She failed to find a trusted adult to care for the child. For this father, Luis's part, he said that he still has hope and faith that his girls will be.
See, they're always making up excuses to kidnap kids.
Oh, well, she just couldn't find anybody. The dad, she couldn't find the dad who's looking for both of them.
Right.
Make it make sense. What the fuck?
He returned home safely to him as soon as possible. Anna?
Vaughn, meanwhile, talk to us about this new court ruling regarding evidence in Alex Pretty's shooting. A federal judge siding with the administration on this. What's the judge saying?
The same judge that initially, right in the aftermath of the killing of Alex Pretty, had ordered federal officials to preserve evidence of the encounter and of the shooting in order to ensure for the public that there was no tampering of any of the evidence and that none of it was destroyed. But yesterday, that same judge, now almost 3 weeks after the shooting, essentially lifted that order. I want to let you look at part of the ruling in which the judge writes that by law, the temporary restraining order expires no more than 14 days after its entry. The issue is whether to dissolve the order, extend it, or convert it to a preliminary injunction. I conclude the better answer is to dissolve it. Though the record is not one-sided, the greater weight of the evidence shows defendants are not likely to destroy or improperly alter evidence related to Mr. Pretty's shooting during the life of this case, and other relevant considerations do not, on balance, in favor of a continuing preservation order, suggesting that he received the assurance that that evidence would not be altered or ultimately destroyed. Anna.
Alan, what do you make of this decision? Do you believe federal investigators have shown they can be trusted?
Mikey, do you think that the federal investigators can be trusted to not tamper or destroy evidence?
Well, I was told by Republicans that I should never trust the government. So I don't know if I should trust them now or if I should never trust them.
Yeah, I think I would. The right has been saying for, I don't know, at least 15 years to not trust the government. Because
Didn't Janine Pirro say that the left was going to come for our guns?
Yeah. And now Janine Pirro's coming for our guns.
It was a double cross. A quadruple bluff. No one knows what's happening.
Oh, boy. We already watched Steve Kornacki. Let's see. Skynet? Oh, you want to watch the food delivery robot?
Yes.
Who's this guy?
Oh, let's read the thing.
Oh, a food delivery robot drove through a blocked off crime scene in Los Angeles.
Why do they try to make him look cute?
Why do they got to give it eyes, man? It's just a freaking robot.
Doesn't need eyes. Has cameras.
LAPD had blocked off an area around Hollywood High School after reports of a possible shooting that turned out to be a hoax. But the robot don't care about the law.
Robot don't give no fucks.
He said, fuck you, I'm coming through.
I'm not going around. That is inefficient for my battery charge. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hello. I'll just be
I'll just mosey on through.
If you could just get this tape out of my way. Oh.
Excuse me, officer.
Top of the morning to you, officer. Look at the dude like, what the hell is that?
Did anyone here order Google Eats?
Look at the polo. The guy in the white polo. He's just like, I think he's trying to get through.
What? Guys, let it through. Let it through.
Excuse me. Whoa, look out! Look out! He's going to shoot that food.
Hey, how come the robot can go over there?
What if there's a bomb?
Look, bro, that tape is not stopping Johnny Five. You understand? He's coming through.
That's funny. The reporter's like, hey, how come the robot gets to go over there? That's not fair.
We'll probably have to do it on Thursday. Don't let me forget about the 350,000 Haitians in the U.S. that had temporary protective service status. Trump tried to erase all their shit and have them deported by today. He wanted a big raid in Springfield, Ohio this morning to round up all the Haitian people that have been here. The ones that he accused of eating pets. He tried to get them mass deported this morning, and it didn't work because a judge stopped him. We will get to that. Can you play that Dinesh one up there? It's the #2 video.
I want you to meet Ethan Schaefer. Ethan decided to be racist to me, of all people. It starts off with Ethan white knighting for Whitney Cummings. He makes sure to take an apolitical stance, and so I respond and say, if you're not political, why are you chiming in? You know what I mean? He seems to have a lot to say for somebody who doesn't want to be a part of the conversation.
Right.
Then he tells me,
I know what you mean.
Go back to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, all those independent people out there.
Just like the libertarians last week who wanted mass war all over the fucking world. Just attack every country, but I'm a libertarian.
My favorite thing about them is that they'll label themselves whatever they think will get them out of like actually having to cop to their fucking ideology. Oh, I'm independent. I'm a libertarian. No, you're not, bro.
I'm agnostic.
You don't know what that shit means.
Fence setters.
Who's that? I'm agnostic.
Yeah. How can anyone really know? Unbelievable.
It's fine to not know where you stand politically, but you have to know that you don't know where you stand politically.
Or be willing to say, I believe this and I believe this.
Right.
But have a reason for it, not just because it feels internally correct. I mean, I think it's internally correct to eat cookies all day.
It's not externally correct.
It's not independently correct. Like I might think of this, but I can't tell my kid that. Like I have to eat fruits and vegetables in front of my kid so she knows that that's the right thing to do. Like it's part of it.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna
broke my ass.
Like I'm not gonna go out there and tell people that I'm not liberal or that I don't believe certain things because I don't agree with all liberals, or like I have voted for Republicans in the past. Like that still makes me pretty fucking liberal. Like I'm not going to be like, oh, well, both sides, I guess, guys, right? No. You know, the reason why we don't like all those presidents is because most of them, all of them, I don't fucking agree with because they're not left enough for me. They don't want Medicare for all. They don't want free college education for all. Like they don't want the things that I want. So I don't fucking like them.
Are you tired of the both sidesing that's always happening in politics? Try the famine party. We're progressive. We want universal health care for everyone as a right. Higher wages for teachers. What else do we want, Tim? I've been here.
We want no student debt. Forgive all student debt.
College and universities should be free, or at least reasonably priced so that people can afford to pay them and go to school, work and go to school at the same time.
Abolish ICE.
Abolish ICE.
Everyone gets a bar of candy.
Unless you don't want it, then you can give it to your neighbor.
Yeah. Wow, I'm on the spot a lot here. I'm trying to think of a real one that I haven't thought of yet. Tax the rich.
Yes.
I'm real close to eat the rich, but tax the rich.
Tax them first.
Tax them first, then we'll see what happens.
We will tax them first and give them an opportunity to do the right thing. Other than that, I think I think there should be some federalization of some of our industries. To remove
democratic socialism.
I think the tech industry should not be held in the hands of Elon Musk and Zuckerberg and Bezos. They have proved to be poor stewards of it. Like at this point, every fucking company and network online is guilty of like horrible crimes at this point. To the point where they should have already lost their ability to do this, but we want a free and open internet, and I get that, but we need independent people keeping it independent because these people are not doing that. So a true free internet.
Campaign finance reform. That's a boring but important one.
Border reform. I want at least 10,000 immigration judges.
Oh yeah,
way more than our 700 that we have right now.
If we're gonna get
80,
because ICE isn't fixable at this point. There's no way to reform ICE. Get rid of it. Go bye bye. Reform the immigration system so that people can get citizenship properly, and reform it so that we don't have reform the asylum system so that people can seek asylum without being fucking harassed.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. If we had the judges, they'd be actually able to go through the cases and determine whether or not people have a legitimate asylum claim or not. But for millions of people to claim it in a couple of years and us to only have a lower and lower amount of judges is only going to, I think the backlog is at 3.1 million.
Yeah.
So do the math yourself. How long it's going to take 750 judges to do 3.1 million cases? A long fucking time.
Unquiet Badger says onion reform, mandatory onions for all.
No, the opposite. Onions must be thrown in the ocean.
One very specific thing. This relates to banks, but reinstate Glass-Steagall.
Yes.
Separate the investment banks from the consumer banks.
Overturn what's it called? The Oberman thing. Citizens United.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Get money out of politics, man.
Money out of politics. Money is not fucking speech, and fucking companies aren't people.
Yeah, and get rid of fucking listen, here's what we really got to do. We got to get rid of PACs. These political action committees are out of control.
Yeah.
People give all this dark money and soft money that's going around is bad.
It leads to corruption.
Yeah. Term limits for Congress.
Yes. Age limit.
Age limits for Congress and the president.
If there's a lower age limit, there should be an upper age limit.
Yeah. It would be constitutional because there's a lower age limit.
That's what I'm saying.
And we got to fix the education system. We got to put money in education. Stop.
We need to learn how to read again.
Yeah.
PBS is coming back, and they're getting the freaking PBS is back, and they're getting the goddamn DHS budget. Need Super Sesame Street.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this video. We got terribly sidetracked.
And that's why you should vote for us.
Exactly.
And I did that so we can clip it up, and then so when people argue with us, just refer to that. That is our politics. That is what we want. That is what we're looking to get. And we're not really in the mood to settle for anything else.
Greg wants to remove the cap on the number of representatives in the House of Representatives because we're supposed to have one representative for every 30,000 people.
Oh, well then, yeah.
So that would mean I think the estimate is somewhere around 2,000 members of the House. I wouldn't remove the cap. However, I would raise the cap.
Don't we have, how many counties do we have?
A lot.
Is it, let me see how many it is.
I mean, there's 435 House districts, but that's because there has to be. There can't be any more, there can't be any less. We could maybe double that. And
3,000 counties.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There'd be a lot. 3,000 is probably way too many.
So, calculator.
But there are some states that only have like one House member because they don't have enough population-wise to have more than one. And then there are some states that like have 55, like California. And that's, California holds a lot of power in the House. But they're also like the most populous state. It's weird because like I would raise the cap on House members, but I would also get rid of this every state gets 2 senators bullshit.
Good luck with that one. North Dakota is like, but.
Yeah, sorry, North Dakota. Sorry, Vermont. Sorry, South Dakota. You don't get 2 senators. You're not that important.
So how many do we have currently in the House?
435.
So there's 343 total counties. And I think counties is how this should be districted, despite whatever they fucking say. So whether they want to pick and choose, and this goes towards like map making and shit like that. Like it should be like the counties are already set. You have to take the whole county. So
no gerrymandering.
So if you can pick which ones you get, but someone's got to get them. You know what I mean? So if the 3,143 counties were divided with 8, so each congressional member had 8 counties, which is not an unreasonable area.
Yeah.
But on average, they'd have to take 8 of these counties to be in charge of, or to represent. I think that's reasonable for them to have a whole year to do town halls and to get back and forth and get with their constituents. I think that's, and then that would give us 393 Congress people. So you could fuzz it up, fuzz it down. So they'd be right around 400. And then they'd have between 8 and like maybe 7 and 10 counties that they'd have to be responsible for.
Here's an issue that we might come across with that one. Connecticut doesn't have, well, it does have counties, but we don't have county government.
That's
like,
fine. It's
counties
just a way
is like a holdover from when we did have county government.
It's even if there's not like a county clerk and all that stuff, just so that you have those lines are already set.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you can't fuck with them now because we've already agreed to where all these boundaries already are. So we're going to use those county, and it's too late. We already know where the counties are. You can't change your county lines, but they can redistrict what the districts are. Mikey, going by counties is a bad idea. Look at Texas. Houston has 3.5 million. It would take over 150 counties otherwise to hit that population.
I think he's saying that certain counties have a population disparity over others, like a big one.
Right. But I mean, if you look at the first district, which I think is Houston, where Jasmine Crockett was, it is those counties anyway. Like that's the district already.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be a bit more equally divided by like the number of people. That's where the gerrymandering comes in, is it's they're trying to figure out how can we most equally distribute the population, and then they do it by whatever their metric is, and then they gerrymander the fuck out of it. I would say if you're going to do something that's a bit more equal but have more House members, and stop letting the parties draw the lines. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard, is letting the parties draw the lines. Have independent commissions draw these lines.
Ooh, here. I don't have a here. This is kind of a visual. What if? All right, get up there. Get up there. Let me click. Can I click on this picture? Okay. See how click, bitch. Open image in a new tab. Sure instead. Okay. So it's not even getting bigger. I hate it when it does this. So what I'm saying is, all right, crazy theory. What if you didn't get to pick which 8 or whatever you were responsible for? Because my whole thing is, it shouldn't be about like, this is a fantasy world, obviously. So it's not so much about like, these pockets of this and this pocket. No, I want the elected officials to be responsible for the constituents that they get, not the ones that they want to pick out or whatever. Like Tim's saying, like where they're just at this point just picking their voters. I want them to have to serve whoever they get. And then when we do have a census and it's redrawn, well, who knows who you're going to have to take care of this time, but you're going to have to take care of them if you want to keep your seat.
I think the problem there is there's going to be a discontinuity between the Congress people and the people they're serving then, because there's a chance it might be different people. Like the part of it is that you're supposed to be able to like live there and represent those people because you live there.
Yeah, that's clearly not happening already. So,
well, I mean, they're required to live in the districts they serve. But
do they really?
I mean, they own property, I assume, at the very least.
Oh, there you go. So they have a townhouse there.
Well, it has to be their primary residence. It can't just be like a vacation house they bought.
Right. They live in the, they live very frugally.
All their mail gets sent there.
They're very frugal, Tim. All right. Dinesh.
Hit the button, yeah.
Cheat. Cheat is a racist word for South Asians and Indian people. I am not Indian. And that has to be the most pathetic thing someone can do when you only have racism going for you and you can't even do that right.
I don't have to take that from this 16th century conquistador-looking mother.
Well, I responded to Ethan kindly. I sent him a photo of himself and asked him if he was sure who he was talking to. He responded by blocking me. And that's not where this ends. I decided to look into Ethan, and to be honest, I didn't get enough screenshots, but there's one consistent theme across all of his social medias and his movie ratings page, whether it's on his Facebook or anything else. He loves Kevin Smith movies. Obsessed, whether it's Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Clerks especially, or any of the other ones. And look, hey, I'm not putting you down for that. I'm a fan myself. In fact, I was a big fan of the animated series, and I even went as far as reading the comics. Have you ever read a Kevin Smith Daredevil? Because it is wordy. Kevin Smith exploits Daredevil's lesser known power, which is to never stop talking, just like so much dialogue. But I read it. I like it. I like the whole thing. In fact, here's a photo of me from like 15 years ago with Jason Mewes, and it was right outside of Comic-Con. And so after you blocked me, I posted a screenshot of what you said, and I tagged the lead of the movie Clerks, the one you have quoted in your Instagram bio. This guy, he happens to follow me. And he probably thinks it's creepy that I'm holding him in my hand right now, so I'm going to put this down. I tagged him so he can see your behavior. You're going to have to learn shame one way or another.
Oh my God.
But what I didn't expect was that Brian O'Halloran responded. He said, racist. He's talking about you. And then he let you know that Clerks wouldn't have even been possible if it wasn't for the generosity of the same people you show so much hatred towards. At the same time, the fact that he even knows who I am blows my mind, but him saying all those nice things about me is like, I'm flattered, I'm starstruck. I mean, could you imagine me being a fan, so much so that I have his toy? Can you imagine how that might make me feel? For him to say something so nice to me. Very good. It makes me feel very good. And I just wanted to make sure you knew I got to feel that. The same time, he said racist about you.
That's hilarious.
I'm going to keep finding these shameful clips. Oh my God, I just had it. Oh my God, I just had it. Oh my God, I just had it. Can I make it in time? Come on. Please process faster. Why do you take so long? There we go.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
AIDS, baby. Anytime I find somebody getting publicly shamed for being a shithead online, I am posting that shit.
That's funny. All right. I think this will be the last one because I gotta go do stuff at some point.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah. Kevin Nash, professional wrestler, says there are no more rules. What does he mean?
At the same time, I have not, since I can remember in my life, have been in a situation where I have heard of on the news there being an officer involved shooting/killing. You want to call it a murder? I'm just saying what it is. So it's definitely a homicide because somebody perished. So officer homicide. I have never seen where that person isn't, for the sake of what the standard operating procedure is, that officer is relieved of duty with pay, pending an investigation.
Right.
Can I have your firearm? Not fucking walk up the fucking street, get in a van, and go to the fucking next fucking deal. I've never seen that before in my life. So when people say, oh, you've got this syndrome or you got that syndrome, no.
You mean when people say that you have Trump derangement syndrome?
It's catching like the plague.
Oh man, I don't. It's the same fucking thing that anybody that watched the Rodney King beating, when that fucking tape was finally, and the fucking fact that those fucking police officers walked, fucking, I mean, you've got to number one, know your history. You got to know how fucked up shit is. So you go back to that, which was what, 91?
Mm-hmm.
You go back to that situation, and if you're a person of color, that's fucking what your parents, like, they show you that, and they're like, this is what happens. Like, you need to fucking, this is how you get treated because the color of your skin. And once again, what are we doing? It's not not because of investigation.
Kevin Nash gone woke? Oh man.
Now I don't know his political views. I only know that
He's
I
a
only know
democratic
his,
socialist.
Yeah, I only know his takes on wrestling because I forget whose podcast this is.
Huggy coming in hot with the Kevin Nash, aka Big Daddy Diesel, aka the sex.
You forgot one. He also used to be Oz, the Great and Powerful. In WCW, he debuted as Oz the Great and Powerful.
Who is his partner? Razor Ramon?
Yeah, Scott Hall when they were in the NWO.
Scott. Yes.
He was Razor Ramon too, yes. And then
wait, that was two different. Wait, that's the same guy?
The same guy. Very funny story.
Hold on. They're changing history. They're trying to change it.
So, Mikey, a bit of wrestling lore for you. So back in the mid '90s, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, who were what?
Hot tag coming back.
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, who in WWF at the time were Diesel and Razor Ramon, their contracts expired, and WCW offered them the wildest fucking deals. Like they got deals that were like, if we pay someone more than you, we have to match that salary for you. Like that's the kind of deals they got. No one was getting guaranteed money like that at the time. Yeah. So they got deals with WCW to be Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. They used their real names because that's what WCW was going after at the time. And then Vince McMahon and WWF got two other wrestlers to be Diesel and Razor Ramon and tried to play it off like they never left. And the wrestler who played Diesel eventually became Kane, Glenn Jacobs. And I forget the name of the wrestler who they got to replace Scott Hall as Razor Ramon, but it lasted like 2 weeks, and they're like, "Yeah, that actually never happened."
What the fuck?
Because they were trying to be like,
Vince
"Oh, they never
is
left."
such a piece of shit, dude.
So yes,
and his best fucking friend is ruining our schools. God damn.
Yeah. Him and his wife, they don't think they even like talk anymore. Oh, you're talking about Trump is his best friend or his wife? Is that
Linda?
his wife?
Linda.
No, it's not Linda.
That's his best friend. They're
booed up
with her.
Divorced. They're basically divorced.
Well, Call the lawyers.
He's got the same fucking brain melty powers that fucking Trump does.
He looks more and more like him and RFK are like merging into the same person. Every day they just look a little bit more like each other.
We have any intel on a person. We're going by the fact that they look different than us.
Well, Rodney King wasn't pulled over because he looked different. He was pulled over because he was speeding on.
Oh, I think this is Kevin Nash's podcast. I thought he went on someone else because there's like a million of these fucking wrestling podcasts. All these wrestlers have their own podcasts.
PCP and
I understand that, but it's still he fucking I mean, did the treatment of Rodney King did his offense warrant that beating?
Well, that's a different question.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason
you can't have. Why can't we have a discussion about?
Look, where's our fucking YouTube plaque?
We got to get to 100K.
100K?
100K, and then you get a plaque. And then if you get 500K, then you get a gold plaque.
It took so long to get to 1K.
And there's another one for 1 million, I think.
All right, guys, start subscribing. We got to get to 100K. Daddy wants a plaque.
Daddy wants a plaque. Are they only going to send us one? Who gets the plaque?
We'll trade off.
We'll have to ship it every 6 months.
Share custody. Yeah,
that sounds fair.
Enforcement in this country anymore. And if you read our board, there's plenty of stupidity on there this week. Why can't we have it?
Yep. Yeah, Triple H went fucking over there to do like the president's new like exercise program for the country or whatever.
What's his name? Like his real name?
Paul Levesque.
Paul. Fucking Paul.
Paul Levesque.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Fuck out of here.
His name in WCW was Terror Rising.
Boo.
Discussion about law enforcement where we take honest stances, even if they break with party. Nobody can stand there and lecture me, you, or anybody else about respecting law enforcement if you're fine with everybody that stormed the Capitol, put those officers alive and jeopardy, killed maimed officers, wounded officers.
WWE's going woke. Woke
for people in the back.
Even if they break with party, nobody
can
stand there and lecture me, you, or anybody else about respecting law enforcement if you're fine with everybody that stormed the Capitol, put those officers alive and jeopardy, killed maimed officers, wounded officers, and you're fine with them being pardoned. And put yourself out there. If you're fine with what happened to Ms. Good in Minnesota, stand up and say you're fine with the Capitol officers turning their rifles on the people on the steps of the Capitol. Let me hear you have a fucking sack and say that. You know who doesn't have a sack? Kristi Noem. No, I want to hear them say they should have. They should have matched the actions of law enforcement forget about disobeying, stop the car, plowing into the fucking building and murdering officers, succeeding in doing that, not clipping someone's knee with the front of the car. Let me hear your fucking balls to say that and break from your fucking party. I'll have respect for you if you do that.
Look at these betas.
I have respect for your opinion about.
Look at these your fucking balls.
Look at these clearly these whipped Democrats. They're not manly men. I mean, when they say it, it's like, yeah, he has a fucking strong point. Oh, what a strong point this guy. We say that shit, and just because I sound like a sidekick, and Tim sounds like the scientist, you know what I mean? Do I need to use my fucking D&D voice and fucking sound like a goddamn tavern owner or an old ship's captain?
I think you need to do your Josh Johnson impression.
Oh, you want me to do Josh Johnson? Josh Johnson. I could do Josh Johnson. I just have to literally take no air through my nose the whole time.
I don't know if he has a medical thing. I don't really want to rip on him because he has a hive, and I'm not trying to. I don't want
his voice. Listen, he's hilarious. It's just his voice.
He knows he sounds like that.
He listen. The dude writes an entire hour set of stand-up comedy every single fucking week. Are they all good? No. There are enough good where he has like 1 million people following it on YouTube. Yeah. That's a lot of comedy writing. I there's no way that I could write a whole hour set every single week.
Tim,
It's
if we
fucking
just
crazy.
if we just could get our shit together, I'm sure we could. But we're just so easily distracted.
So easily distracted.
We can't help
can't even get
ourselves.
through these videos.
We can't do it. We have too much fun.
About Minnesota. But you won't do that. Not us, KYL. That of course we won't, though. No, you won't, though. And that's why we can't have an honest conversation about law enforcement in this country, because you take a side and ignore the other. Hypocrites. Anyway.
See, I was angry last week, and now I'm at a point where my anger has turned to disgust.
He needs to not have a microphone right up to his mouth.
He's got the fucking trucker headset. It's like, dude, get him a fucking Yeti or something. What's going on, man?
Put a fucking
Big Diesel over here using the damn truck stop $15 microphone. What's going on?
Put a fucking wind cover on that thing at the very least, because you can hear every time the dude takes a breath.
Snarling.
I'm disgusted that we just, and then we're gonna look into her wife.
He's got the money.
Look into her wife. We need to make sure, let's do an investigation on her. Let's have Shapiro go after fucking Powell with the DOJ investigation on him, because he didn't get back with them in like 20 days that they reached out to him about something on the Treasury building that's over budget. But what are they, 30 days past due on the Epstein files? So
before that
who in the DOJ?
That's all
puts
Thursday's going to
Pam
be about, by
Bondi
the way.
Yeah.
Underneath the
I guess.
microscope and says, this was passed.
Still waiting
by
for them to go through
Congress,
everything.
and
Yeah,
you're
more
not
shit just
abiding
keeps
by
coming out.
that. So
I
why
know.
should anybody abide by anything? If it's just fucking, it to me, it's like, what is it? Fucking, what's that shit that we used to goulash? We're having fucking goulash for dinner. What's goulash? Whatever the fuck's left in the
A
refrigerator.
little Hungarian goulash.
Goulash is not whatever's left in the refrigerator.
You just made that up.
You just made that up. Man, that's like, what he means is like, I don't know, fucking casserole. Casserole's usually whatever's like left in the fridge. Oh yeah, we'll just make a casserole out of it. Goulash is a very specific like beef dish. It's paprika and beef and garlic and spices, like, can't just say that about goulash. I like goulash, by the way.
All right, Kev. Nombre 9104 said, you guys are spot on. I will continue to support your show. Shout out to you both. Kev, you've been official. Shout out to the D, two dope dudes.
I popped one the other day right before Rubio passed me the note on Chevron.
And you didn't read it out loud, did you? Because
I did read it out loud. I mistakenly read it out loud.
It couldn't have been an ultra then.
I read it out loud, and then I think all the oil companies in unison said, "Yeah, we'll pass." You can go down there and make some.
You didn't want to invest in the sludge.
Well, I think it's like anything else. It's like
Yeah, I think I was trying to see if there was anything else in there, but that's. I was giving him a minute to get to some sort of point, but there was no point to be made anymore.
They're just talking now.
They're just chatting. End your clip like a minute earlier.
Yeah, y'all could have cut that. Just to be fair. Give me 2 more seconds. I had a redirect, but then the guy literally I checked over there and he just stopped this thing.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, we can talk to the chat for a minute here. New to the chat. Democrats saving money by sheeting their pants and shutting down the government. I mean, are the Republicans saving any money? No. Shut the fuck up. They're running the highest deficit ever.
And the Democrats aren't the party in charge.
Yeah, they're not the party in charge, bro.
Sounds like when you're in charge and you need help from the minority, looks like you're gonna have to fucking compromise, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Or else it's actually you that are shutting down the government because you refuse to compromise with the minority.
You know, 2 Republicans sided with the Democrats until they got fucking blackmailed into voting with the rest of the Republicans. So
I'm Skyping.
you know.
I'm FaceTiming Trump right now unless you vote. I'll tell him.
It's so funny that before they had that vote, Speaker Johnson was in his press conference was like, yeah, no, we're gonna fund the government today, and the Democrats are just obstructing everything. And then 2 Republicans vote no, and one was like, I'm not even voting, until like Trump came down and was like, listen, if you don't vote for this, I'm gonna primary you. Which, does that even matter anymore? Come on. Oh, here's another one. Same person. Epstein list is Democrat roll call, and Minnesota is the Democrats getting caught with fraud. That's just straight up rage baiting, but erroneous on both accounts.
And wrong show.
Wrong show. Definitely wrong show if Mark is watching. He lives in Minnesota and he will take offense to all of that.
Okay. You good? I'm good.
I'm good.
We will see you guys tomorrow.
For the dinner table, 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central Time.
Oh, I get to sleep in. All right. Y'all take care of yourselves, drink some water, and also stick around for Left Reckoning, who we are streaming out into, and drink your
me.